Lylke keskushyökkääjistä. Tässä tuo laitahyökkääjä nelikko. Kliksbüller, Christiansen, Nielsen, Hansen. Ja sitten tuo hyökkäyksen linjakeinen tehtävä on pelata pelirakenteella aikaa, raivata juoksulinjoja, kun samalla tulee kentällä pitkä heitto. Sillä tavoitellaan laidasta Mats Christiansenia, mutta heitto jää auttamatta lyhyeksi ja näin. Tulee tilanne eteen, yritys numero 4. Ja tässä tilanteessa useammat joukkueet luopuvat pallosta lentopotkulla, eli potkaistaan pallo mahdollisimman pitkälle vastustajan päätyyn. Tästä tuota Ruotsin aloittavaa puolustusta. Engström, Pettersson, Vasic, Johansson. Tuo linjanelikko sitten Suomestakin tuttu nimi Josh Akena pelasi Vaasassa pari kautta sitten keskuspuolustuksessa Zetterberg sekä Jönsson siellä laidalla ja takakenttä Suomesta tuttu Markus Persson kulmapuolustaja Helsinki Roostersista. Tästä lähtee sitten lentopotku. Tarkoituksena potkaista pallo mahdollisimman pitkälle ja siirtää kenttäasetelman mahdollisimman edulliseksi sitten omalle puolustukselle. Ja hyvä pitkä potku tuleekin, se joutuu todella pitkälle peruttelemaan Markus Persson. Ja Markus Persson myös pudottaa pallon ja se on kallis rike Perssonille ja pallo jää Tanskalle. Ja tuossa tilanteessa kun ruotsalaispelaaja palloon koskee, niin kuka tahansa pelaaja saa käydä pallon peittämässä. Ja nyt siellä ensimmäinen paikalla on tanskalaista Fredrik Haugaard ja näin pallo pysyy Tanskalla. Siinä oli niin pitkä potku, että siinä Persson joutui peruuttelemaan ja tämän takia ei saanut kunnolla palloa haltuunsa. Ja Tanska selviää tuosta ja pääsee ilmaiseksi 60 jardia eteenpäin kentällä. Ja Tanskan hyökkäys pysyy kentällä ja Lasse Lykke lähtee juoksemaan linjan päästä. Murtaa taklauksia ja Lasse Lykke menee myöskin maaliin. Ja näin tuo yksi rike, tai kun virhe kostautuu kyllä erittäin isolla tavalla, kun Lasse Lykke kiittää ensimmäistä pelistä ja vie pallon maaliin. Tanska johtaa ottelua 0-6. Siinä haetaan tuollaisia käsitaklauksia, eli korkealle taklata, ja se on amerikkalaisessa jalkapallossa yleensä aika heikko tilanne. Ja Tanska lähtee pelaamaan näitä 2 pisteen yrityksellä ja pyrkii viemään pallo uudelle maalialueelle. Tanska ei potki, vaan uudelleen pallo maalialueelle ja 2 pistettä lisää tauluun 0-8. Ja siinä pallo vie maalialueelle Lasse Thor. Tällainen poikkeuksellinen kikkapeli, aika erikoinen muodostelma, mutta täysin sallittu. Normaalisti näissä tilanteissa joukkue aina potkaisee pallon tuonne haarukkaan ja sitä saa 1 pisteen, mutta Tanska eilen yllätti Itävallan kertaalleen tällaisella vastaavan tyyppisellä kikkapelillä ja kun pallo pelataan tuon touchdownin jälkeen uudelleen maalialueelle, siitä saa 2 pistettä. Se on usein vaikeampaa, mutta joskus vaan kannattaa kokeilla, niin Tanska teki nytkin. Yllätys alku heti tämän 0-8 ja Ruotsi ei ole kyllä hirveästi vielä vakuuttanut. Ehkä vähän tämmöistä alkukankeutta Ruotsillakin. Ja sitten vuoroon tulee Tanskan aloituspotku, eli pistetehnyt joukkue aina potkaisee seuraavan potkun ja tämä on sitten erittäin hyvä potku, siinä aivan sivurajan tuntumaan kuitenkin kentän puolelle jää ja sieltä lähtee palauttamaan Luokas Stefan Galevski ruotsalaisista ja sinne keskikentälle 25 jarin kohdalle taklaus sitten hänet pysäyttää ja tuosta sitten lähtee ensimmäistä kertaa kentälle Ruotsin hyökkäys. Nyt nähdään sitten sinipaarit ensimmäistä kertaa ja jo mainittu Phillipe Julin pelirakentaja Victor Thuresson keskushyökkääjänä ja 4 laitahyökkääjällä myöskin Ruotsi lähtee. Eli tässä laitahyökkäät siellä on Jakob Daare, Thomas Jakobsen, Stefan Galevski ja Michael Sander. Ja sitten tuo hyökkäyksen linjakeinen tehtävä raivata tilaa. Siellä on Niklas Johansson, Marco Gooding, Tur Martin, John Lindgren sekä myös ikään Suomesta tuttu Erik Blomgren. Ja näin sitten ensimmäinen peli ja sitten lähtee heittoon. Nyt nähdään
Yes, so that is Philip Nielson at quarterback there. And lining up with him in the backfield is running back number 25, Victor Thuresson.
I tell you, Mark, the one thing I really like about today is seeing those 8 officials on the team. You know, there was a little bump while that ball was in the air, but it didn't cause anything, so there wasn't any flag.
They're going to let him play. All right, Sweetness trips right, single receiver to the left. There's a quick look to that lone receiver, and he catches it, and he's down immediately after about a 4-yard gain. So chipping away a little bit, make third down a little easier, be third and 5. they're right back at it, no huddle, same formation, trips to the right. They have a quick snap there. Quarterback's looking, he's going to throw it. He finds a receiver, and it's going to be enough for a first down. That's about an 8-yard gain, but we do have a flag on the field. But I think they got Denmark on an offsides there. So
yeah, that's what it looks like. That he got that there was an offsides on that. I tell you what really impressed me was that quarterback throwing that, because he threw that ball off balance.
That's true.
And throwing that ball off balance and a nice tight spiral and got it out to him. You've got a guy who's got an arm and who can throw. So it looks like Sweden's going to be putting that ball up a lot today.
All right, Team Sweden does decline the penalty. The yardage was better. Team Denmark's out in a 4-man front. Now we have double receivers, your traditional spread offense, with a running back to the quarterback side. We have motion coming from the right side, so now we have trips left. He rolls to the left, he throws to the left, and it's completed for about 9 yards on a nice little dig route. All right, so just as Bill said, they're going to be throwing the ball. I think they found something there. So it'll be 2nd and 1, and they're on their own 49-yard line. They're back quickly without a huddle. Quarterback this time is going to be looking at spread, 2 receivers on each side. Running back to his left. And there's a fake to the running back. Oh, and a nice little back shoulder, but unfortunately it's incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, just a little high on the throw, and the receiver could not get up and get it. What I am noticing right now is how Denmark's defense, they're bringing people in, bringing people out, especially on that line. And it looks like this sun that's on them is going to affect them a little bit.
Yeah, that and the no-huddle offense will definitely require quick changes. All right, so Sweden has a 3rd and 1. They bring in a fullback now. Quarterback is going to stay, though, in shotgun. So we got a lead fullback to the left side. Running backs in power eye. There's a give there, and he gets the first down and a little bit more. About a gain of 6 yards. So Sweden brings it to the Denmark 45-yard line to keep this drive going.
I tell you right now, I'm looking at the Swedish offensive line, and I'm looking at the Denmark defensive line, and Sweden's quicker. Without a doubt, they're quicker coming off the ball.
All right, see if they can keep that quickness going. We have trips to the quarterback's right. He surveys the defense. Lone running back. And there's another quick pass to that lone receiver on the left side, same as a few plays ago, and this time he gets about 7 yards. So they're just going to take what their defense has given them.
Yeah, I see that quarterback, and he's just he's taking his time. They're in that no huddle, so that gives him an opportunity to where he can look and see what's being given to him, and that's what he's doing. He's just taking what they're giving him right now.
All right, this formation's working for him. I'm going to stay with it. They're on the left hash, so there's trips to the right, single receiver to the left, offset running back. Fake to that running back, and it's going to be a bubble screen out here, but it's played well by the Denmark defense. It gets maybe 1 yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Oh, it looks like he squirted through. From my eyesight, it looks like it's going to be a first down. Let's see what the referees say. If they're going to give it, they do. All right, so nice run after the catch there. It looked like he was going to be stopped, but he fought through for a first down. So the Swedish march continues. They're now on the Denmark 35-yard line. Now they're on the right hash, so we have trips to the left. Looks like something Sweden's going to want to be doing all day. Now we got motion coming to the right. That'll bring 2 receivers on each side. And he throws to the motion man, but it's broken up nicely. Almost intercepted by number 26. What'd you see there, Bill?
That's a shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
26 was right there, and all he had to do was just catch it, and he would have been gone. But
he played it well.
But as we said, that's why he's a cornerback and not a receiver.
Okay. All right, so we're back to the traditional starting mode for Sweden today, which is trips left, always to the wide side. Now the running back will move that side as well, so they're definitely strong to their left side. Single receiver to the right side. And our first running play of the day. And it picks up about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. All right, so traditionally a passing down a distance, which is no worries for Sweden. That's what they've been doing all day. I think they wanted to test the waters there with the running game. Denmark staying in the 4-man line.
Yeah, Denmark staying in that 4-2-5. But on the backside is where they have them on a one-on-one situation that could prove vital as this game goes on.
All right, now they're bringing the blitz, it looks like. There's a fake, and the quarterback keeps it, but he goes nowhere. That's going to bring up 4th and 7.
Yeah, that's that RPO, that run-pass option, and the quarterback, instead of giving the ball, he kept it that time. I think that if he
would have given it, it looked like there was some room, true.
Yep.
All right, see what they do here. They're going to play on 4th and 7. Quarterback's moving everybody around. And it looks like they're going to stay in a traditional spread with 2 receivers on each side. And the running back offset to the quarterback's right. Just inside the left hash.
6 guys in coverage.
Motion coming, trips to the right, he rolls to the right, he throws to the right, and it's picked off. Picked off by number 30. All right, number 30 for Denmark.
And Denmark defense held.
That is Lau Hartoft. And Denmark held, you're right, after a strong start by the Swedish offense, Denmark came up big on 4th down, and they will start themselves on their own 33-yard line.
But they've got to do better than the first time where there was 3 and out, because their defense just had 8-9 plays were on the field. They need to give that defense a little rest on the sideline, so the offense really needs to get a drive.
All right, offense comes out in the same set as the first time, double tight ends. 2 receivers to the right side. The give as he follows the leading blocker to the left side. And it's a nice play. He's going to pick up about 10 yards.
Yeah, I think Denmark has found something against Sweden, because the first time that they run it, they've gone to the strong side. Last 2 times, they've gone to the weak side away from those 2 receivers, and they're finding running room there.
All right, it picks up just under 9 yards there. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 yards, 2nd and 1. Let's see if they want to gamble in the short yardage on 2nd down. There's an up back on the left side along with the receiver. There's a give to the running back. He takes it wide, finds a little bit of room, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down after a 3-yard gain. So that's Luke again. And the tackle was by number 46, Joshua Akena, for Team Sweden.
Sweden's got to get their defense on that last play. They really weren't sure about where to line up on the D line. I mean, there's
both teams going with no huddle offenses, so they got to make some quick decisions.
Yes, they do.
All right, double tight ends. 2 receivers to the right side. Running back and pistol. It's given to him. He follows that guard again, and he breaks it. The 30, the 25, 20, 10, 5, and he's brought down at the 1 and 2-yard line. 2-yard line. That's about a 43-yard run there for Luke. Is he going to get a break? Nope, he's going back in there to see if he can finish this off. Just as Bill said, they found something on that weak side over there. They pulled a guard and just have to beat one guy, and he did.
Yeah, Sweden has got to do something with their defense to that weak side with the tight end. Even though there's no receivers over there, they're lining up a little bit out of where they should be.
Now Team Denmark is strong to the left side. They run behind that, and he walks in the end zone. Luke with the 2nd touchdown. That's 14-0 Denmark right off the bat with the conversion or the point after coming. It looks like they're going to play it. They have that same swinging gate set up here where a lot of different people are live. And it's given to the quarterback, and he runs an option, and this time he's stopped. So they ran the same play. This time Sweden played it better. So still 14-0 Team Denmark. All right, wow, what a change, huh, Bill?
Yeah, you know, looking at what the offense have done for Denmark, they found the weakness that Sweden's showing them on defense. And they have switched their run game to that weak side and running away from those 2 wide receivers. And what's happened is they are now matched up. and there's not an extra guy on that weak side that can take that running back. So unless the defense can just beat their block, it's going to be a long day for Sweden. They've got to do something now before things get out of control.
All right, so they're going to start off here with Patterson and Pettersson deep for Team Sweden. And, you know, sports in general, but especially American football, is all about momentum, and it's all on Team Denmark right now. They are fired up. Special team coach is going crazy. All right, kicking off here for Team Denmark. And he kicks it real high over to the Sweden right side. Patterson follows the block and takes it up to about the 31-yard line, where Team Sweden will start 1st and 10. All right, see if they can get some of that momentum back here. Their last drive started really well, got about 50 yards, but then it sputtered out in Denmark territory. All right, back on the field, no huddle, we're straight to it. Traditional spread offense, 2 receivers on each side. Uhlin is looking over the defense. And Thoresen is in the backfield with him. As you give to Thoresen, he's going to get about 2 yards. Excuse me, that's number 5. That was Emil Knudsen on the run there. Gets 2 yards. He was tackled quite quickly by number 93 for Team Denmark. That is Christopher Hansson. All right, same setup for Team Sweden. They do bring receiver in motion. He's going to make trips right. And there's a fake give. He's a read option. He keeps it himself, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards on a 1st down.
That's a great play.
It is. He really sunk that deep in there and pulled it out after they had all bid on it.
From the first time they ran that to the second time, that was a much better read. And with that RPO read like that, it's, you know, defenses normally do not account for those quarterbacks.
All right, good pickup there. Keeps the drive going. Back in the traditional spread offense. Quarterback looks over the defense. There's a quick pass here. Bit of a pop pass to the receiver. Pick up about 4 yards. That is for Sweden, number 89. That is Oskar Wahlberg on the reception there. Just a quick pop to the slot.
As long as the Denmark secondary stays back like that, that play's there. It's there all day.
And we saw from the first drive that they were just taking what they would give them. All right, we got a new formation here. Looks like we have a bit of a bunch formation to the left side. Sweden's on the right hash. The bunch is on the left hash. Quarterback looks over the D. He's looking towards the bunches. Here's a bit of a whip out.
4 against the Denmark corner, number 26, before this drive's over.
Yeah, just a little fade there. Let him use his height advantage. They did want to keep him out here and isolate him one-on-one. So, trips left for Team Sweden. Uhlin looks over the defense. He looks to the left side first, but he thought he was going to throw a little bit of a screen pass to his running back, but it goes nowhere. Read nicely by number 23 for Denmark.
Very nicely.
And that is Jimmy Larsson on the play there. He obviously had running back responsibility and was able to beat any type of block by the O-line and made the tackle. Unfortunately, Jimmy is down. Looks like a bit of a cramp. And we're going to have a break in the action here. It's a hot day. Not surprising that somebody might have cramps. But let's see what it is. The trainer's out there looking at him. So that play actually lost a yard. So it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for Sweden when we come back. Everybody's hydrating right now. And Jimmy comes off the field. And he's walking very awkwardly. It could be a shoulder stinger. Looks like a shoulder stinger, Bill. What do you say?
Yeah, that does look like a shoulder stinger. I've had those before, and let me tell you something. It does not feel good for about 5 minutes.
All right, so they're going to work on Jimmy there. And number 20, Alexander Mulsted, comes in to replace him. All right, Sweden brings in a fullback. He's offset in front of the quarterback to his left. Running back's in a pistol. 2 receivers to the left side on 2nd and 11. Quarterback surveys the field. And he gives to the running back. He gets outside, got that fullback in front of him. There's a penalty down. Number 5 gets about 6 yards, but that's generally going to be holding on the edge like that.
Yeah, that's going to come back.
It's going to come back and then some. Yeah. Denmark, number 36, who probably was one who got held, is already motioning that it was holding on Team Sweden. So
number 64, offense. 10 yards from the penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
All right, so awesome 10 yards. Make it 2nd and about 21 for Team Sweden. They're already set up. Once again, neither team has gone into a huddle at all. Sweden being on the left hash will make trips to the right side. And a single receiver for the left side. All right, Yulin surveys the field. He's looking at what the defense has. It looks like a single receiver, throws a quick pass, but unfortunately a little bit much on a short pass. It looks sails wide. It's going to bring up very long. 3rd and 20 for Team Sweden. What are they going to do here, Bill, to get that yardage?
Well, the thing is this, you know, they need to do something that's going to pick up 25 yards. So they can go with that screen that they ran before, because if 23 had been blocked, they would have gotten a lot of yards off of it. Something across the middle ought to be pretty effective, but that ball's got to go at least 15 yards in the air before someone catches it.
The Danish secondary is very deep. Quarterback surveys the field. He drops back. He looks at the trip side. He runs away for some pressure. He's rolling to the right, looking for a receiver. It's thrown downfield, but it sails on him, and it's going to be incomplete. But there is a flag, and it looks as if it was a late hit on the quarterback, and it wasn't needed because he wasn't going anywhere. But let's see what the referees say. It's either holding or late hit. They're pointing towards,
Roughing the passer. Number 13 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
And those are the plays that drive coaches crazy, because they had just forced a punt. And once again, in football, things can change quickly. And now Sweden is live once again, 1st and 10 in Danish territory on the Denmark 39-yard line with some new life. Bill, you're a defensive coordinator. What would you say to the defense right there?
It does drive you crazy, especially on that didn't need to be hit. That's just disciplined. You know, a guy gets gone, but it's still discipline.
All right, often the type of game, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes will win. Team Sweden goes a quick pop pass to the slot receiver, number 89, and he picks up about 5 yards. Once again, that was number 89, and I know I've said his name before. That is Oscar Valberg on the reception. Picks up, same thing they did the first time, 4 yards. So sets up 2nd and 6 for Team Sweden. They're on the right hash, but they decided to go with the traditional spread formation. Quarterback's offset behind the running back's offset behind the quarterback's right. There's a fake to the quarterback, and quick pop out to the outside receiver. He's going to pick up 4 more yards. That is number 82. That is Thomas Jakobsen. And Denmark's in a very doable 3rd down. Sweden, 3rd down and 2 yards. What do you think, Bill? You looking at a run or a pass here?
Well, I tell you what, with the formation they have, I'm looking that they're going to follow that fullback again. Right.
They did bring in the fullback. Generally signifies a running play, and it is a give to him. But Team Denmark's right there, but he does plow forward, and it's going to be very, very close.
Yeah, Denmark was in a pretty good defense where, you know, they had all the gaps covered with one back.
Big number 93 is really showing up today for the Danish defense, and that is Christopher Hansen. He makes the play, but unfortunately a little bit too late as Team Sweden picks up the 1st down. So they're down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Sweden's offense, I mean, they've got a good offensive plan. I mean, they're taking what Denmark's defense is giving them.
Right now they're taking a timeout.
Yep. And to this point in the game, 2 turnovers is what's really hurt Sweden.
2 turnovers have equaled 2 touchdowns for Team Denmark.
Yeah, points off of turnovers is just huge. And, you know, Sweden gave up the fumble, then they gave up the interception, which was returned, and it's, you know.
Team Sweden might actually have more total yards, but that means nothing. All that matters is there's 14 points on the board for Team Denmark.
That's exactly right.
But Team Sweden is on the move once again. 1st and 10 on the Danish 29-yard line. Coming off of our quarter break here. Here we got a little bit of water in them. About a minute time to relax and get back at it.
You know, red zone points are so important. And for me, the red zone isn't the 20. The red zone goes out to the 30.
Well, they're in the red zone then.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into that 30, this is the red zone, and this is where you have to come away with points.
All right, here we go. Second quarter's just starting with this play. Sweden's on the right hash. They have a spread offense. They do bring in the slot receiver from the right to the left for trips. There's a fake.
There it is.
And there's a slant to the lone receiver, but it's just off his hands. And the little man wins that matchup. That's number 26.
Yes, he did. That's that matchup we were talking about before because of that height variation. And, you know, 84 ran a nice route, and the ball was there. He just didn't catch it.
That's Nikolai Zocko on the defense for Team Denmark. All right, 2nd and 10 now. Trips once again to the left. Quarterback's trying a hard count, but didn't get anybody to bite. So he's recalling the play there. And he's resituating his running back. And there's again to the running back. Out to the right side. He's got wide receiver blocking for him. He turns the corner, picks up the first down, and goes out of bounds. All right, that's that Oregon Duck, that stretch play there from the shotgun. Worked from that time, picked up about 12 yards. Team Sweden is down to Denmark's 17-yard line. 1st and 10. And now, officially, they are in the red zone. Not just Bill's red zone. All right, so we're on the right hash. Traditional spread offense. Euling looks over the defense. We got a motion man to the left for trips. Fake to the receiver. Oh, nice comeback. Oh, that's just pretty.
Yep. That's football right there.
That was just beautiful. Back shoulder to number 84. That's Dare. And he's just shy of the sticks, so it's going to be 2nd and 1.
And I really like what Sweden's doing because they're lining up in that spread. They're motioning to trips, and when they motion to trips, that puts that backside number 84 man-to-man on that corner.
This could be a fade coming here. They got what they wanted. One-on-one. There's the fade. No, it's that same back shoulder, but this time it was a little bit off. So, yeah, as you mentioned earlier, they're looking for that matchup. And it's been about 50-50 so far. All right, 3rd and 1 for Team Sweden on the 9-yard line of the Danes. And it looks like Team Sweden's going to call timeout. All right, 3rd and 1. You just get the first down here, or you play with something and get the first down on 4th down? What do you say, Bill?
Oh, you know, it's 3rd and 1. You got to get the first down. You know, if you get into a situation where it's 4th and 1, then the defense now, the level of the defense's intensity really rises up. That 4th down play on defense, I mean, that's something that just they want.
Do you think we'll see that fullback come in as a lead blocker?
I would
used
not,
that a couple times.
I would not be surprised to see it, but the quarterback for Sweden really is really starting to see that RPO on that last long run play. That went for about 9 yards. That was definitely an RPO, and it was a late handoff, and it was the perfect handoff. So if they run that RPO again, I think that might be the best option if they do not go to the weak side with that fullback.
Right, Sweden runs that interesting RPO with the running back coming in front. What is the quarterback looking at, whether or not he should keep it on that one?
Well, it depends who's blocking. Sometimes they'll be looking at the defensive end, or they'll be looking at that 3 technique.
All right, here we go. So Sweden decides to go without the fullback. They have trips to the left side, and the running back is offset to the quarterback's right side on the hash. All right, Untitled looks over the defense. He's decided to keep it himself, and it's going to be close. The man was there, but Untilted's a pretty big guy, and it looks like he might have been able to. Yep, they've already given it to him. It's going to be 1st and goal for Team Sweden on all the way down to the 6-yard line. He really lunged forward there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He is a big guy, and he's athletic, and he wanted that 1st down.
And he got it. Okay, so let's see now with the defense tightening up as Sweden's on the 6-yard line, what Team Sweden's going to do. The give to the running back, he spins off, but he's going nowhere. He was met quickly, spun off, and number 40 for Team Denmark, that is August Huldrup, planted him after the spin. So no yardage gained. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Sweden's on the right hash, going in. All right, plays brought in. Now the fullback is in. He's offset to the quarterback's left side. With number 5, the running back behind to give to number 5. And he picks up a couple. All right, they follow the fullback. It should be down to the 3-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 3. Now where things are interesting. As a defense coordinator, what are you looking at here?
I'm thinking that they have run that ball twice up the middle, and I'm looking for something to come outside. I'm going to take away A gaps and B gaps and make them have to go outside and plan for something coming outside.
All right, they stay with the fullback formation. 2 receivers to the left side. Running backs in pistol behind the quarterback. Untitled gets it, gives to that running back. He plows forward, and he plows into the end zone. Touchdown, Team Sweden.
They just powered. They just powered right in these last 3 plays, right up the middle on Denmark. I'm a little surprised by that, but I'm wondering if a little fatigue isn't starting to set in on that defensive line of Denmark.
It could be. That was a long drive.
Yes, it was.
That was a long drive. Team Sweden, unlike Team Denmark, is going to go with the traditional point after kick. And that's Dare kicking the ball. Snap's good, holds good, kick is good. All right, they cut the lead in half, 14-7. We got us a new ball game here, a little bit of momentum back to Team Sweden. Let's see if Team Denmark's gonna be able to get it back as they'll return the kickoff here in just a moment.
You know, you made earlier mention about total yards and where each team is, and I'm thinking back, I really am thinking back to those 2 turnovers. I mean,
turnovers will cancel out total yards really quickly.
Yeah, and that time there were no turnovers. It was a straight drive.
Yeah, Team Sweden mixed it up on that one a little bit more than the other drives. They probably were about maybe 60-40 on passing that time, where other drives were almost 90% passes. So it looks like they found something they want to work with there.
And Hewlin looks like he's going to take over.
All right, so back deep for Team Denmark is number 87, Thomas Ashworth. He's the lone deep man. And Team Sweden will be kicking off. Dare is handling the kicking responsibilities, along with being a receiver. And let's see what they decide to do with this. They're going to kick it deep, or are they going to make him run into a corner?
Well, there's a lot of wind up there right now, so probably into the corner.
All right, it does hit that wind, and it bounces, and it's picked up by Ashworth, and he's brought down quickly. Nice play by number 24, as Denmark's only able to turn it to the 20-yard line. That's generally considered a no-no. You do not want to let that ball hit the ground on a kickoff. It gives the team a little bit too much time to get down there.
And that was good coverage. That was very good coverage.
And I'm looking for Team Sweden, number 24 on the tackle there was, I should know, Marcus Persson. He is everywhere. All right, Team Denmark, who has ran more than they've thrown, is back to their dual tight set. And there's a stretch play to the right. Number 33, he muscles his way forward. He's tackled by number 21. But that is Michel Konate on the run there, and he was tackled by number 21, Minya Phillipe.
And he's a tough back. I was able to watch him against Austria, and he'll hit you. There's no doubt about it. He's not going to try to juke you.
All right, he is a big guy, weighing in close to 90 kilos. All right, now they flip it. Now we got two receivers to the left side. Same double tights. And there's a give. No, there's a fake. Nice play. Tight end releases, and he catches it for a first down.
You know, given all of the running they've been doing, that play action is going to be very successful for them. The defense really has to read stuff and understand what's coming at them.
And tight end is another position that a lot of times people forget about. So they're able to sneak him out there into the flats there to pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. They have an up back behind the tight end on the left side. Quarterback, traditional drop back, finds that up back right over the middle there. And he's able to pick up just under 9 yards. That is number 88 for Denmark. That is Lassetor on the catch. And
if there was ever a time for Denmark to take a shot deep, this is it. That 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
I love going deep on a ball like this.
Let's see what they do. Back to the double tight end set. Running back and pistol. They play it safe. They got that pulling guard in front of him, and he picks up the first down and then some, all the way up to the 46-yard line. The nice gain of 5. And they'll probably keep running that until they can stop it. They're just pulling out the guard on that side. And these base guys take on a corner, and the running back's able to do the rest. Okay, they're on the right hash. Double tights, running back and pistol. Two receivers to the left. There's a give up the middle, and that really didn't go anywhere. That's going to be no gain. Nice play by the interior D-line.
That's the first adjustment that I've seen Sweden do to the weak side in that formation. If they stay in that type of defensive formation to that weak side, that's going to shut that down, which is going to have to make Denmark go into the middle and start passing a little bit more.
All right, it's tough to run inside. There are some big boys. That was Gogi Vasic on that tackle there, along with Klaus Peterson. There's a reverse to number 87. He comes from the right side all the way to the left side, picks up about 6 yards. Going to make a much more manageable third down. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for Denmark on Sweden's 48-yard line. And they're quickly getting set. Double tights with up back behind the right tight end. And there's a fake. Oh, right down the middle. But it's picked off by number 10. Number 10 for Sweden. That is Tobias Osman on the play there. Everything looked good, but it was a little bit underthrown. Big tight end releasing down the middle, but short on the pass. And there it is. The momentum has been switched.
Everything's about turnovers.
Turnovers. 1st and 10 for Team Sweden on their own 25. All right, let's see if they can capitalize on that.
Yeah, the quarterback just didn't throw the grass. He just needs to throw over top of that receiver's head, throw the grass, and let him run under it.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do that. All right. Additional spread offense by Team Sweden. They're going to bring a man in motion. And it looks like a little bit of a shovel pass, but it's going nowhere. Nicely played by Team Denmark's defense. Number 22, 40, and 93 again on that tackle. So we're looking at for Team Denmark, that was Huldrup, along with Frederick Haugard, and our old friend number 93, Christopher Hansen on that tackle. That's a loss of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13. Team Sweden has trips to the right. Julin once again surveys the defense. He's looking to that right side, and he's got an out pattern by one of the slots, but unfortunately it's incomplete. That's going to make it a real tough 3rd and 13 for Team Sweden.
Yeah, Denmark's gone to that 5-man line on defense. They're trying to get a little more pressure and make him throw that ball quicker. When Julin has time, he's right on the money. Under pressure, he's got to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker, and the ball just doesn't have that zip that he normally has.
All right, so looks like he's directing traffic out there. He sets up trips to his right side. Single receiver over here to the left. He's looking at what he wants. Snap back, snaps good, looks over to those trip side. And we got a comeback to Dare, and he just flat drops it.
Wow.
Would have been short, barring, a run after catch, but the end result is a 3 and out, and Team Denmark holds. Now we're gonna have a punt by Team Sweden into the wind. And anything can happen with that.
Yeah, that's one I'm sure 84 wish he had back.
All right, 14-7 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter for Team Sweden. Back to punt for Team Sweden is number 2, the quarterback, Julin. Also their punter, and it looks like we have a penalty. Delay a game. Nope, too many men on the field. He's counting them. That's never good. Yep, I'm looking at 12 blue jerseys. The legal substitution, and 5 yards back.
Substitution, offense, 12 players in formation. So 5 yards, still 4th down.
All right, that's great if you can get away with it, but these guys know how to count all the way up to 12, so they weren't letting that happen. All right, got a back to kick. He's a little bit deeper than he was kicking it around about his 5-yard line as he gets it off. Midfield is the Danish receiver. He's man through. He just runs by the quarterback. Actually, a nice play that is full caught by number 84 for Team Denmark. That's Frederick Oldenburg. And they're going to start nicely at Team Sweden's 48-yard line with the win.
I cannot emphasize just how clutch that punt was, because at least they're at the 50. How many times I've seen a punter tank it or not hit it good, or they get a return. That was a good special teams play.
And he had a man in his face. They've been blocked, so great job by Julin there. All right, Team Denmark's in their traditional dual tight end set. And there's a stretch play. Luque gets it, goes off of left end for about 4 yards. They're going to stick with that running game that's worked with them quite well, all the way down to about the 40, just past the 45-yard line of Team Sweden. All right, quarterback number 4 is out there. Karkov directing traffic. He's got split receivers now, one on each side in that dual tight end set. The Swedes can bring pressure. They do. Got a back shoulder. Not very well thrown, unfortunately, and falls incomplete. That was attempt out there to number 80 for Team Denmark on the outside, the receiving side. That's Oskar throw-in, but unfortunately didn't quite get there. So 3rd and 6, Team Denmark. Now they switch 2 receivers to the right side on the wide side of the field, up back on the left side, behind the tight end. See if somebody can squirt out there. They're gonna play it safe. They're gonna keep that same pulling guard left side play that's worked so well, and it's got them all the way down to 4th and 1. Looks like a Swedish player lost his helmet, so according to the rules, he'll have to go off for 1 play. Who's in on the tackle? That's number 1. That is Nicholas Pettersson. Made that tackle. Now let's see what they do. 4th and 1 for Team Denmark. Clock's running, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. They bring the up back to the right side, which makes it power formation offset to the right. They do a hard count. Sweden doesn't bite. Karkov looks over to the sideline. The play's coming in. Plenty of time on the play clock. And there's a give, and he wriggles his way through.
And we have a flag.
We do have a flag, and it's thrown back to where the linemen were. That does not bode well. The Danish coaches are not happy. Let's see if it is the assumed holding. They had a nice push going forward there. Luque is going to take a break there, and number 33 is coming back in.
Offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
Okay, so here's what we suspected. Holding, 10-yard penalty. It's 4th and long. Looks like the punting team is coming on the field. They'll be kicking from their own side now as the ball's on the 49-yard line of Sweden. And kicking for Team Denmark is going to be Troen. Right, Team Sweden's coming hard. Kick is up. It's good. It's Troen, one of their captains. It's an end-over-end kick. It's a nice bounce for them. And it's touched and goes out of bounds at the Sweden 3-yard line. Fantastic. Put them deep with the coffin corner kick. And Team Sweden will be coming out against the wind once again. So 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Team Sweden will have the ball on their own 3-yard line. All right, Bill, 3 minutes left here. Enough time for a long drive, you think?
Oh, yeah, they definitely have enough time, especially with the passing attack that Sweden has. Also with Ulen, who can also run the ball. There's a lot of different things that they can do.
All right, they're on their right hash. They have a spread offense, 2 receivers on each side. We got bump coverage on the outside receiver to the short side. Give to the running back. He goes for maybe a yard. Tackle there by a bunch of Danes. Number 22, number 23. A couple other fellas in there on the tackle. Number 45. So they held him to a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 now from the 4-yard line. Sweden now brings in the fullback. So number 20s for Team Sweden is in as fullback. There's a give to the running back, and he goes nowhere. Team Denmark's D-line is really coming through. And just 2 linebackers again, 22 and 23, clean that up. Let's see, those boys are Larsson and Haugaard. They made back-to-back great plays. Okay, let's see what Sweden can do. Their first 2 plays have gained 1 yard, so it's 3rd and 9 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter. So we have traditional spread offense, 2 receivers on each side. Ulen looks over the D. And he's going to do a quarterback draw up the middle, and he gets a first down and then some. That just parted like the Red Sea there for a gain of 22 yards. That got him out of the hole. 18 yards. But nonetheless, the first down and then some. So Sweden has new life again. Safe but effective play there, Bill.
Oh, yeah. And what I had said earlier about, with Ulen back there.
A threat to run any time, huh?
Exactly.
We just saw that. Nice play by Team Sweden. Keeps their drive going from the 21-yard line. Got in motion, sets up trips, and he rolls that way. And there's a throw to the slot man who's just in motion. Picks up about 7 yards. Number 89, we've called his name a few times here. He's been the favorite receiver for Ulen. That's Phillipe. He goes back to his slot receiver side on the right side. And Sweden has a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3. Ulen again surveys the D. Looks over to the right. And he's going to throw the back shoulder. And is it caught this time? No, but we got a flag and another flag. And I'd have to say that's pass interference.
I'm interested to see who they call that on.
Ah, okay. Because the Danish guy is saying the exact same thing, that he pushed off on me. That usually goes about 80% of the time on the defender. Let's see what happens here. Yep.
Fence. Penalty was less than 15 yards from the previous spot. First down, part of the foul.
So Team Denmark does not like that call at all, but it goes the way of Team Sweden, and they're going to pick up some penalty yardage and move all the way up to the 41-yard line. All right, so we have 1 minute and 1 second left in the second quarter. But if I remember right, Team Sweden has 2 timeouts still. They're okay with that. And with their no-huddle offense, they should be able to get plays off quite easily.
They're going to have to take the shot. They're going to have to take a shot somewhere along this line, because with only 1:01 left, there's only so much that you can do. And with the wind in their face, that takes away their field goal option.
All right, let's see if they do that. Number 25 back in at running back. That's Larsson. And we have split receivers on each side. Uhlin surveys the defense. 5-man line, and they're all coming. Single inside linebacker. There's a throw out here. There's a long out pattern to the slot receiver, but it falls incomplete. Team Denmark makes its changes, and it's going to be second down. 56.3 seconds left.
Yeah, that play only took 5 seconds.
All right, so Uhlin is directing traffic. He sets up trips to the left side. That is the wide side. And once again, a size mismatch on the right side. Let's see if they try and capitalize on that. There's a whistle, and it looks like Team Denmark's going to call a timeout. Want to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, 56.3 seconds, 14-7, Team
Denmark.
Sweden.
That's their first of the first half.
Denmark, that's only their first timeout, so they do have 2 left. So if needed, they can make some adjustments to timeouts. Also a good chance for these teams to quickly get hydrated, take a little bit of a break before these final 56 seconds, which could last 10 minutes in real time. Who knows? So they want to make sure that they're ready. All right, Bill, so it's 2nd and 10. What are you looking at here as a defensive coordinator?
Well, I'm thinking about a trick play. I mean, you've got 60 yards to a touchdown. You got the wind in the offensive face. So 20 yards, which would be a 35-yard field goal, would be a little tough in this wind. I'm thinking in a tournament like this, Sweden has something in their back pocket that they can use in this situation.
All right, let's see if they try it. They come out in that same trips formation to the wide side. Single receiver to the right side. And the running back is offset to the quarterback's right. So it would seem as if the action's on the left side, but they have like thrown to the short side to big number 84, Dare. All right, Uhlin sends a man in motion. And we have a whistle. Who called what? Team Sweden, I believe, is called a timeout.
Game. Team Sweden called their second team timeout before the play clock ran out.
Okay.
I am not surprised by that timeout, and this is why. Denmark came out in their defense, but they took number 80 and they put him 40 yards deep. Okay. So whatever these guys were coming out with, it was going to be something down in that area where Team Denmark had number 80 sitting. Let's see if he lines up in that 40-yard deep position again.
All right. There was 1 second left on the play clock when the Swedish coach decided to call that timeout, save a penalty. So definitely don't want to go backwards here. All right, so maybe they got a new strategy. They might even have called 2 plays with this amount of time remaining. The Team Sweden's at it again, 2nd and 10 from their own 41-yard line. 56 seconds in the second quarter. And that same safety is about 40 yards back, number 80. All right, quarterback looks back, and he throws, not sure who he was throwing to because there was no Swedish receiver in the area. Batted away by number 23, outside backer there, that's Larsson. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. So communication wasn't there because both of the Swedish receivers were going deep, and he threw it about 10 yards. So he's going to talk to them now, make sure that they are on the right page. Gives the signals, hand signals to his receivers. Trips to the left side. 51.6 seconds to go, 3rd and 10. All right, Yulin's looking out here to the left side, but he does that same quarterback draw. This time, unfortunately, results aren't as good, but he gets about 4 yards to the 45-yard line. Let's see if they call a timeout or they're ready to just run out the clock here. They don't seem to be in any urgency. They're down to 30 seconds. And it's 4th down, so they'll probably run out as much as they can. It looks like Team Denmark's going to let clock run too. And this might, let's see, the play clock has 14, the game clock has 17. So about 3-second differential there. So when they call timeout, there'll be about 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock. And Team Sweden will call that timeout with 1 second to go. There it is. All right, that should be their last timeout. And the clock stops with 5.4 seconds. So Bill, return
Sweden.
or an attempt at a punt block here?
That's their 3rd and final
think?
timeout for the first
as
half.
a coach, I always want to try to score points. It doesn't matter how much time is on the clock.
They got good pressure last time, right up the middle.
Exactly. So, I'd send 11 guys.
Okay.
Man up on the outside guys to make sure that they can't run a pass fake, give up the touchdown, and go for that block, pick up, and run it in.
All right, see what they're going to do. They're going to send 2 guys deep, so maybe the 11-man rush is off. Deep for Team Denmark is Oskar Throen, along with number 88, which is Lasse Torre. They'll be back deep. Look like they're going to play it safe and just return. Sweden's got 7 men on the line and a 3-man wall behind, and Yuling back there ready to kick. They only have 2 eligible receivers up on the line. He does calmly, very calmly, let the clock wind down and kick it. Denmark's going to get out of the way, and as soon as it's touched, that's going to be end of our first half. There it is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first half. Team Denmark is going to go into halftime with a 14-7 lead, and they will be kicking off to Team Sweden as we start the second half. Then we're going to get some interviews here in a second. So, Bill, quick recap of the first half. What did you see?
Well, I tell you, it's the kind of game I thought it would be. There's a lot of hard hitting. There's a lot of things going on out here.
There's a look at the first touchdown by Luke Gay. Wide side run there, breaks a couple tackles. And that play has worked very well for them in this first half. And then Sweden came back, unfortunately, and had another turnover, and Luke capitalized with his second rushing touchdown. That gave that 14-0 lead.
Yeah, this is where Denmark was really hitting that weak side of the Swedish defense early in the game.
All right, this is our at least second of the 3 games we've had in this tournament where one team has came out with a dominating running game in the first half. Team Finland did it the first game as they ran all over Great Britain in the first half, and Team Denmark has been using the running game very effectively to have a 14-7 lead. So we'll let you go ahead and enjoy the halftime. There'll be a couple of interviews and some highlights at the end of this half.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a good running backs and we knew what we want to do up front to how to block it, so we're confident with that. That's right, and they're surprisingly fresh. We had a hard training camp before we left, and I think that toughened them up. And we have a good medical staff that took care of business too. And then again, we're going to play Sweden, so they're more than ready for that. No, we have to stop making mistakes. We stopped the offense at one drive, and all of a sudden we kept it going and up to like 20 plays. Then we need to get the defense up and stop their offense, so 3 and outs or at least prevent those long drives with 10 or more plays. And then we have to just play basics, keep doing what we're doing right now.
Hello, Coach. In defense, Sweden played a lot of quick passes. Are you going to change anything on your backfield to take them away on the next time?
Right now, I think we're fine. The last couple of drives were fine for us, and we're going to stay with that. We know what we want to do, and we might want to change. But at this point, we think we find out what we want to do, and we're going to stick with that until they can prove us different.
Okay, thank you, Coach, and good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Siinä aika lyhyesti myöskin siinä Coach Larsson sanoi, mitä mekin olemme tässä puhuneet, että ei sillä hirveästi muutettavaa ole, ja varsinkin tuo
Suomessa että ympäri Eurooppaa. Aivan kuten lähes kaikissa joukkueen lajeissa, myös amerikkalaisessa jalkapallossa voittaja ratkaistaan pistekilpailussa. Joukkueen tavoitteena on kuljettaa palloa askel kerrallaan vastustajan maalialueelle. Peli on erittäin fyysistä ja rankkaa, mutta kun sitä katsoo enemmän ja tarkemmin, huomaa myös kuinka tarkasti suunnitellusta strategiapelistä on kyse. Amerikkalaisen jalkapallon joukkueen koko on suuri ja sen rakenne on tärkeä. Samaa paitaa kantaa yhteensä yli 40 pelaajaa, joiden rooli joukkueessa perustuu fyysisiin ominaisuuksiin, taitoihin ja kykyihin. Eri pelipaikkojen ryhmillä on omat valmentajansa. Pelikenttä on suunnilleen saman pituinen kuin muissakin jalkapallopeleissä, mutta amerikkalaisessa jalkapallossa kenttä on hieman kapeampi ja siinä on kenttäviivat 5 tai 10 jardin välein. Ottelussa on 4 erää. Jokainen neljännes on tehokas 12-minuuttinen ajanjakso täynnä intensiivistä peliä. Kolikon heitossa arvotaan, kumpi pääsee hyökkäämään ensimmäisenä. Sitten on aika aloittaa ottelu. Potkaisija puolustavasta joukkueesta koskee ensimmäisenä palloon. Hän potkaisee pallon omasta päädystä mahdollisimman kauas. Toisessa päädyssä vastustajajoukkueen palauttaja saa pallon haltuunsa ja yrittää kuljettaa pallon niin kauas kuin mahdollista. Siitä mihin hänet pysäytetään, alkaa potkua palauttaneen joukkueen ensimmäinen hyökkäys. Hyökkäävällä joukkueella on 4 yritystä käytössään. Niillä sen on edettävä kentällä vähintään 10 jaardia. Jos he siinä onnistuvat, he saavat 4 uutta yritystä edetä jälleen vähintään 10 jardia pidemmälle. Tavoitteena on kuljettaa pallo vastustajajoukkueen maalialueelle, mistä joukkue saa pisteitä. Suorituksen nimi on touchdown. Mikäli hyökkäävä joukkue ei saa 10 jardista matkaa täyteen tai he menettävät pallon puolustukselle, osat vaihtuvat ja vastustajajoukkue siirtyy hyökkäämään. Vaikka jenkkifutis on kova ja fyysinen urheilulaji, ei pelissä voi tehdä mitä vain. Rikkeistä rangaistaan koko joukkuetta joko mittaamalla ja kuljettamalla palloa kohti rikkovan joukkueen maalialuetta tai toisinaan vähentämällä yrityksiä. Kentällä tapahtuu paljon ja tapahtuu nopeasti. Siitä syystä tuomareita on kentällä jopa 7. Jos he näkevät rikkeitä, he heittävät kentälle keltaisen liinan merkiksi sääntöjen rikkomisesta. Amerikkalaisessa jalkapallossa on jokaisella pelaajalla oma tarkasti määritelty rooli ja pelipaikka, joko puolustuksessa tai hyökkäyksessä. Tältä näyttää yksi tyypillisimmistä pelaajaryhmityksistä. Hyökkäyksen linja. Nämä ovat isoja kavereita. Hyökkäyksen linja raivaa esteet tieltään. Heittopeleissä he suojaavat pelirakentajaa ja juoksupeleissä he avaavat väylän keskushyökkääjälle. Sentteri on hyökkäyksen linjan keskimmäinen pelaaja. Yritys käynnistyy, kun pelirakentaja saa pallon sentteriltä. Sanotaan, että sentteri snappää pallon pelirakentajalle. Pelirakentaja on joukkueen tärkein yksittäinen pelaaja. Kun hän on saanut pallon käsiinsä, hän johtaa kentän tapahtumia. Vaihtoehtoja hänellä on monia. Hän voi esimerkiksi rakentaa juoksupelin ojentamalla pallon keskushyökkääjälle. Keskushyökkääjä on nopea ja ketterä pelaaja. Hän juoksee pallon kanssa, välttää puolustajia ja etsii tilaa päästä eteenpäin. Muut hyökkäjät raivaavat keskushyökkäjille tilaa sovittuun kohtaan kentällä ja suojaavat pallon kantajaa taklaajilta. Pelirakentaja voi rakentaa myös heittopeliä, jolloin hän heittää pallon laitahyökkääjälle. Laitahyökkääjät juoksevat tarkasti etukäteen sovittuja kuvioita, lyhyitä ja pitkiä. Kun pallo lentää, on laitahyökkääjän oltava valmiina ottamaan se kiinni, olipa tilaa tai aikaa miten vähän tahansa. Yhden yrityksen aikana saa palloa heittää eteenpäin vain kerran. Pelirakentaja voi juosta halutessaan pallon kanssa myös itse. Mikäli pelirakentaja juoksee ensin, mutta päättää sitten kuitenkin heittää, on hänen heitettävä pallo ennen kuin hän ylittää aloituslinjan, eli kohdan, josta yritys käynnistyi. Jokaisella joukkueella on suuri määrä erilaisia hyökkäysmuodostelmia ja satoja erilaisia pelejä edetä näistä muodostelmista. He ovat valmiina tekemään lähes kaiken mahdollisen, jotta he onnistuvat huijaamaan puolustajia. Amerikkalaisen jalkapallon lähtökohta on, että hyökkäys yrittää edetä pallon kanssa ja pitää pallon itsellään. Puolustuksen tavoitteena on estää hyökkäyksen eteneminen ja riistää pallo omalle joukkueelleen. Ensimmäisenä hyökkäyksellä on vastassa puolustuksen linja. Näiden pelaajien on oltava isoja ja vahvoja, jotta hyökkäyksen linja ei pysty heitä siirtämään, vaan he itse pääsisivät pysäyttämään pallon kantajan. Toisessa puolustuksen kerroksessa ovat tukimiehet. Heidän on pystyttävä tekemään kentällä kaikkea, puolustamaan sekä heittopelejä että juoksupelejä vastaan. Tukimies voi myös blitzata. Tällöin hän ryntää puolustuksen linjan takaa keskushyökkäjän tai pelirakentajan kimppuun. Heittopelissä blitz pakottaa pelirakentajan heittämään aiemmin kuin tämä oli suunnitellut, mikä puolestaan helpottaa heittopelin puolustamista. Puolustus voi riistää pallon omalle joukkueelleen kahdella tavalla. Poimimalla itselleen pallonkantajan sylistä pudonneen pallon tai kuten tässä, katkaisemalla pelirakentajan heiton. Pallonriiston jälkeen puolustaja voi kuljettaa palloa niin pitkälle kuin mahdollista ja tehdä jopa suoraan touchdownin. Pallonriisto on aina merkittävä tapahtuma, koska silloin osat vaihtuvat ja kohdasta, jossa puolustus saa pallon itselleen, alkaa seuraavaksi heidän joukkueensa hyökkäys. Amerikkalaista jalkapalloa voi kutsua aluevaltauspeliksi. Hyökkäyksen on askel kerrallaan edettävä kohti vastustajan kenttäpäätyä ja valloitettava kenttää. Kun hyökkääjä vie pallon maalialueelle, syntyy touchdown. Siitä hyökkäävä joukkue saa 6 pistettä. Lisäksi touchdownin jälkeen hyökkäys saa mahdollisuuden hakea lisää pisteitä. Yleisimmin lisäpistettä yritetään saada potkaisemalla pallo maalitolppien välistä. Mikäli tämä onnistuu, joukkue saa siitä 1 lisäpisteen. Joukkue voi myös yrittää juosta tai heittää pallon uudelleen maalialueelle. Tämä on potkua hankalampaa, mutta tällä tavalla voi saada 2 lisäpistettä. Mikäli hyökkäys on edennyt lähelle maalialuetta, mutta yritykset ovat loppumassa, voi joukkue yrittää kenttäpotkumaalia. Tällöin pallo potkaistaan maaliharukoiden väliin ja onnistuessaan hyökkäys saa tästä 3 pistettä. Jos potku epäonnistuu, siirtyy pallo ja hyökkäysvuoro vastustajalle. Amerikkalaista jalkapallosta löytyy vielä paljon enemmänkin taktiikkaa, yksityiskohtia ja sääntöjä, mutta tässä oli tärkeimpiä asioita, joiden myötä pääset nauttimaan tästä koukuttavasta lajista, strategiasta ja taistelusta. Nyt kohti seuraavaa aloituspotkua. Pysy mukana!
Take a look at some stats from the first half. You just saw Team Sweden stats up there. And it looks like the teams are coming back on the field. Both of them back after a rest underneath the stadium in the shade, getting hydrated, making their adjustments. And let's see which team comes out second half having done the better of that. All right, so for Team Denmark, as you can see, they have scored the 14 points. Very few passing yards, only 5, so they've definitely dominated in the running game. Running game, we're looking at 104 yards, most of them on their one long drive, but they've been able to hold the ball just enough to keep Team Sweden off of the field. A little bit poor on third down conversions, and penalties have hurt them quite a bit. And besides that, pretty clean game. They did have the one interception that a little bit higher, might have been a touchdown down the middle. I have a feeling they're going to come back to that one because it was there. All right, so nothing real earth-shattering about their stats, but nonetheless solid. The most important thing, 14 points scored and only 7 points given up. All right, so there you see the quarterback. Karko for Sweden is going for 16 yards, where Julin has thrown 4 times as much, but the yardage isn't that much great, with only a long of 9. That's probably the bigger surprise, only a 9-yard long pass there for Team Sweden, so they've kept everything underneath.
You know, both these teams in that first half really used that pass as more as a outside offensive run, if you know what I mean by that.
That's true. There hasn't been a whole lot up the middle. Everything has been to the sides.
Yeah, and they're taking what's being given to them, you know, that little 5-yard out, that little 5-yard hook, boom, catch, get tackled, 1st and 10, 2nd and 5. So, you know, that's within the philosophy of what they're doing. You know, Sweden's got going with their RPO in Julin, you know, and that helps. You know, still in this first half, you still have to go back to the turnovers.
That's true. You played a big part in that. And there's some of the Danish stats there. As you can see, Luke with his one really long run has a nice 11-yard average, and Larsson has cleaned everything up on defense. So we're going to have an interview here with the Swedish coach. You can listen to that.
Thank you.
I can't hear anything. Are we doing this or not?
Yksi, kaksi, testataan. Okay, now we seem to have the problem fixed. We had a small problem with the line. So, Coach Ederai, you had a slow start in the game, and Denmark scored twice against you in a short period of time. Did something go wrong with the preparation coming to this game?
No, I wouldn't say it did. We just had a bad play there. Our player misjudged the ball, and Denmark got it back. It was one of those mistakes that happens. Our player, Marcus, is a very good player, one of the best we have on the team. So it's just one of those bad plays. You really wish they don't occur, but you know sometimes they do, and Denmark capitalized on it. So good for them.
You've been on offense quite a lot of time in the first half and only 7 points to on the scoreboard. Have you any plans to get the offense work better to get the points on the scoreboard?
Well, number one, we've got to catch the passes that are thrown to us. Phillipe is making a really good reads and making the right calls and checks on the line of scrimmage, which is part of our game plan. So we have a good plan that we like what we're doing. We're making some adjustments to certain things, and we're putting in some formations that we played in the first half, but we're going to do them more in the second half, and hopefully that will help us overcome the deficit and win the game. We're making adjustment on both sides of the ball, even on the special team. So, it's always a chess game, and Lars Carlson and his crew is good at football too. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Hopefully we will come out on top.
Thank you, coach, and good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
No niin, vaikeuksien kautta voittoon saatiin myöskin äänet palautettua tähän lähetykseen. Tosiaan siinä valmentaja Ehrenreich sanoi, että ei se välttämättä ollut huono alku heiltä, että valmistautuminen oli mennyt ok, että siinä vaan tuli yksi harmittava virhe heidän yhdelle joukkueen parhaista pelaajista ja näitä vaan joskus tulee ja sitten Tanska pääsi 0-14 johtoon ja hyökkäyksessä he ovat viettäneet paljon enemmän aikaa kentällä kuin Tanska, mutta Tanska on ollut huomattavasti tehokkaampi hyökkäyksessä ja katsotaan mitä muutoksia sitten joukkue on tehnyt. Ruotsi ainakin sanoi, että sieltä molemmille puolelle palloa tehdään muutoksia. Näin on sitten Ruotsi ensimmäistä kertaa hyökkäämässä. Ja sieltä tulee sitten loistava palautus. Blokitus ovat aivan mainiosti kohdille ja ainoastaan viimeisenä pelaajana siellä on potkaisija Aske Truen, kuka sitten pystyy taklaamaan. Loistava palautus Ruotsilta ja siinä kyllä osuivat blokit kohdilleen sinipaitaiselta kyllä mallikkaasti. Ja näin Ruotsinakin näyttää, että sieltä on pukukupista tultu sisuuntuneena ja siellä myöskin monesti ottelut puoliajalla muuttuvat ihan täysin, kun siellä saa rauhassa katsoa, mikä on mennyt pieleen, että mitä pitää parantaa ja mitä tehdään uusiksi, kun tuolla sivurajalla välttämättä aikaa sellaisen ole. Julin antaa pallon nyt ensimmäistä kertaa Karl Enlund pallonkato hommissa ja mallikkaasti myöskin kantaa. Tulee aivan tuonne uusien yrityksen tuntumaan, mutta vielä pari yardia jää puuttumaan, mutta hyvä 8 yardin juoksu välittömästi ensimmäistä kertaa palloa kantaneen Karl Enlundille. Eli siellä on yksi blokkaaja enemmän, mitä on blokattavia siinä linjan läheisyydessä ja se myös usein sitten noita juoksuväyliä avaa. Näistä vaaditaan ehkä hieman pelikuviota, sieltä otetaan blokkivoima toiselle puolelle. John Grandin tullut sitten tuohon blokkaavaksi keskushyökkäyksi, hän sieltä oma pelaajansa löytää välittömästi ja hyvä peli jälleen. Eli Ruotsi on nyt sitten ottanut 2 uutta keskushyökkääjää, siinä missä Karl Enlund oli ensimmäisellä puolella vähän blokkihommissa, niin nyt hän saa sitten pallon kato hommia ja John Grandin tulee sitten blokkaavaksi keskushyökkäyksi. Ja uudet yritykset siitä Ruotsille ja Ruotsin hyökkäys on tullut kyllä ihan uudella energialla tälle toiselle puoliajalle. 2 peliä, uudet yritykset ja sitten tuleekin punavalkoinen tiesulku eteen, kun Karl Enlund pyrkii juoksemaan linjaa vasemmalta puolelta ja sieltä Tanskan puolustus lukee tuon pelillä välittömästi ja siinä niin sanotusti syö tuon pelin elävältä. Kaksi yardia takapakkia Ruotsille toinen ja 12. Matkaa nyt mielenkiintoista nähdä, nimittäin jälleen siellä on Marko Ilic Tanskan puolustuksesta pelaamassa pitkää Jakob Daria vastaan keskeltä juosta ja sieltä onnistuu vielä pallon kantaa pari yardia ottamaan, kun ensimmäinen kontakti tulee ja hän vielä pystyy kaatamaan itse asiassa sinne eteenpäin ja tuo on hyvän keskushyökkäjämerkki. But this one might need to be a pass that will pick up 9 yards. Or they could be thinking this is 4 down territory. All right, let's see if they do that. Maybe some type of play action here. So with this traditional spread set. 4 laitahyökkääjää Ruotsilla. 3. yritys 9 yardia ja uusiin yrityksiin on Ruotsilla nyt matka ja hyvin alkanut hyökkäys. Mihin se päättyy? Se päättyy vähän korkean heittoon ja siinä ei pallo tule Oskar Wahlbergin käsiin, vaan sormista pallo tuonne takakentälle ja 4. yritys. 39-yard line.
If you go for it, you don't lose too much. If you punt it,
vaikka hyväkin potkaisija on, niin tuosta ei 3 pistettä välttämättä kukaan pysty potkaisemaan, joten Ruotsi näkee parhaaksi tässä tilanteessa lähteä pelaamaan. Se on sen verran hyvissä kenttäasetelmista, vaikka tässä ei uusia yrityksiä tulisikaan, niin siinä on vielä Tanskan hyökkäyksellä aika pitkä matka edetään, joten Ruotsi pelannut riskipeliä. 4. yritys 9 yardia ja heittopeleistä lähdetään ja sitten pääsee käsineen väliin sieltä Tanskan linjasta. Oliko Michael Kaiser lyö pallon maahan ja näin Ruotsin 4. yritys.
Michael Kaiser with the deflection. And Team Denmark holds to start the second half. They're pumped up, coming off the field. Defensive coordinator is really pumped up. And that should help to get the offense going, which gets directly into their traditional set of the day, which is dual tights. This time with an up back behind the right tight end. Excuse me, single tight with an up back. Single running back in the pistol. And we've got a flag. The question is, were they drawn offsides? Or is it just defensive offside? Let's see what happens here.
Well, if it is defensive offsides, they got their money's worth out of it.
It is. And it's going to be an easy 5 yards.
False start.
Oh, false start. He went the wrong way. So we'll be going backwards, not forwards.
First down.
So 1st and 15 now after the false start by Team Denmark with 9:29 in the third quarter. And Denmark holding a 14-7 lead, having held Sweden on the opening drive.
And they still got their money's worth out of that.
And they did. All right. 1st and 15. Patterson's coming up off the edge. He stays there. And there's that same wide give to number 33. It's a nice 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain even. So it'll make it 2nd and 7 after the penalty. And they've been running that play all day. They just pull that guard and bring him around the weak side and let him do his thing there. And if he can bust it like they did in the first half, it's a long one. Okay, now they flip-flopped him. 2 receivers on the left side. Now they got the double tights. And there's a little swing to the running back, and it's bouncing around there. Is that ball live? Nope, they're going to call it dead. Incomplete pass. Didn't seem like it was too hot to handle, but unfortunately wasn't able to grab it. And that's going to set up 3rd and 7. They had it set up over here, kind of a mini screen off of the swing play. The O-linemen were coming out this way, but unfortunately it falls incomplete. All right, 3rd and 7. Kharkov looks over the D. He's got 2 tight ends. See if one of them can slip out. He looks over to the left quickly, just throws a quick hitch, but it falls incomplete. And that's going to do it for that drive. So the punting unit comes out. Team Sweden holds with 8:46 in the third quarter. And Marcus Persson will be back looking to get a good return and give Team Sweden some good field position. Kicker for Denmark is one of their captains, Oskar Thron. He's had a good day so far kicking. Team Sweden's crowd in the middle. Uh-oh. We got a high snap, goes over his head. He's fumbling with it. It's in the end zone. Who gets it? Team Sweden's going to recover that for a touchdown. And once again, turnovers change everything. Special teams turnovers changes everything. And Team Sweden is going to have a chance here to even up the score. Yikes. What happened there, Bill?
Just a bad snap. That ball went over his head like a loose balloon. It was just a bad snap, and instead of him trying to just cover it and let the defense come out, he was trying to pick it up. In that situation, you just got to cover that ball and hope your defense can have a goal line stand.
I've even seen him kick it out of the end zone. Safety's better than that, because if they would have covered, still would have been within the 5-yard line. But nonetheless, they got it in the end zone and a chance to even up the score here.
That's just experience. That's all that is.
Momentum definitely switched back to Team Sweden. All right, Dare is going to kick with Julian holding. Snaps good, holds good. Kick is good. And we got us a ball game, folks. 14-14 with 8:32 8:37 in the third quarter.
Well, that definitely makes up for what happened in the first quarter.
That's true. That's true. So both teams have given up points off of penalties. And right now, Team Sweden is looking to capitalize on their momentum and hold Team Denmark once again. It's like deep for Team Denmark is going to be Thomas Ashworth, along with numbers 82, which is Mads Hedegaard, and 84, which is Fredrik Oldenburg.
Yeah, Denmark really needs to get a good return here. I mean, they've got to get that momentum swung back in their direction. You know, after what just happened there, the worst thing that can happen for Team Denmark is for them to get put behind the 20 on the kickoff. Then the defense comes out, 3 and out, and then Sweden ends up with the ball on about the 45.
All right, let's see what they do. It's a deep kick. It goes off of Ashworth's hand into the end zone, and it's all a moot point because they'll start it right exactly at the 20-yard line. All right, great kickoff by Dare, and it pins, if you can call it, Team Denmark back at their 20-yard line. Let's see if they stick with their running game, which has worked for them so far.
Now, this is where I was wondering about where fatigue is going to set in. Does Denmark have enough in their tank for the second half?
All right, they're going to try and answer that question right now. They do have 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers to the left side of the quarterback, and a single back. There's a give to that back who makes a nice cut, and he's going to slash for a couple yards there.
Yeah, the Team Sweden has definitely changed up on that formation on their defense. They've got a guy outside, even though he's at 10 yards. That safety is over at 10 yards, and he's outside of that defense or that tight end on the weak side.
Okay, all right. So they haven't made that adjustment. That has been their Achilles heel today. That's running the ball in the last play, and he's been the running back for a lot. Michel Konate in the second half. We haven't seen Luke yet, who had a great first half. Don't know if he's injured, but nonetheless, Konate is back in. So 2nd and 8. 2 wide receivers on the right side, and a give to Konate, who's going to follow a guard, and nice tackle. Question whether or not he lost the ball. He did keep the ball for another couple yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Nice tackle there. Number 21 for Sweden. I believe that is Phillipe Nielson, who came up hard on that. So they definitely have made their adjustments on that strong running play by the Danes. And the Danes are in what would seem to be a passing situation, and they do pass. And there's a comeback to the receiver, and he makes the catch, just enough for a first down. He gets 6 yards on the play.
Good route, good throw, first down.
Well done. The sticks will move. That's their captain, number 80, Oskar Troen. And the drive continues on their 32-yard line with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. All right, back to the up back on the left side. Another pass. He looks one way, throws the other way, but he throws short. And there's Marcus Patterson with the interception. And he brings it back down to the Danish 41-yard line. And Team Sweden has all the momentum now off of that play. Once again, the pass was short.
Exactly. Got to throw the grass.
So that's twice now, unfortunately, we've seen the quarterback be a little bit short. If he would have thrown it up, let the wide receivers run under it, that would have been a lot better play. But unfortunately, he's been short, and those 2 interceptions have hurt them badly.
And that's what I talk about when I say throw the grass. You got to throw to a spot on the field there's nobody at, and let that receiver run under it.
All right, Team Sweden, with all the momentum, is coming back with that fullback formation, and they bring the slot man from one side to the other. They run behind the fullback. Going to pick up about 3 yards. Nice fullback lead there off the right side. getting right back into their offensive set. Fullback stays out there. Fullback once again being number 20. That's Carl Anderlund. And is that Victor Torresen? Nope, number 5, excuse me. That is Emil Knudsen. With the ball, Knudsen runs again. This time he's met much quicker, much more quickly. Gets 2 yards. So as we bring up 3rd and 6. I'm going to give him 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. And the fullback switches out for a receiver. So now we have trips on the left side. All right, Uhlin is directing traffic. Seems to be a passing play.
They need to watch out for that quarterback draw.
All right, see if the quarterback does keep it. There is only one backer in the middle, 5 D linemen. He's going to walk off. In fact, he's going to call a timeout. Let's see. He does. All right, he didn't like what he saw there. Maybe it was going to be that quarterback draw, but having that nose guard out there kind of changes things.
Well, I tell you, the thing about that defensive lineman is this. You've got 5 defensive linemen, you've got 5 offensive linemen, you've got 1 linebacker, and you've got a fullback. So you have 6 blocking on 6. If they block correctly, Uhlin reads those blocks, it's a straight shot to the end zone.
All right, well, he didn't want to risk it on that one, it seemed like, if that was the play call. But nonetheless, they call a timeout, make sure they get to play. This is probably 4-down territory. Team Sweden has gone for it before in this part of the field, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a pass play. They've been running the ball well enough that they think they might be able to pick it up with 2 running plays, but we'll see what they've decided. They brought the fullback back in, which would signify a running play. Let's see what they do. Fullback's left of the quarterback. More of an up back, really. He's so far ahead of the quarterback. All DBs are playing press. He switches. Hard count, might have got something. Forgot a free play here. He's going to throw it deep. He's going to get his man, and he's down to the 1-yard line. That play should stand. It looked to be defensive offsides. So it's basically a free play, and they went for it, and they got it. Best pass of the day, Bill.
Without a doubt. I mean, that he did exactly where you got to throw it. He threw the grass. He let that receiver run under it.
Penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
On the 2-yard line. Big play.
All right, so Team Sweden obviously declines the penalty, and is set up 1st and goal from the 2. With the fullback in. And number 5, Knudsen at running back. All right, once again, Uhlin surveys the field. Gives it to Knudsen. Who's submarine? Did he get in? He did. He did. Nice play. And Sweden has come back to take the lead, 20-14 with the kick pending. That was quick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And this is momentum in this changes. The momentum in this game has just totally changed the Sweden side. I mean, they're getting off the ball. They're running the ball. Their offensive rhythm. This is what's really impressed me so far. Their offensive rhythm is bam, bam, bam. That last drive they had before the half where they got stalled, they didn't have any rhythm. So,
right, you know, kick is up. Kick is good. And we're at 21-14. All right, Bill, so they might be small in numbers, but right now they're mighty in momentum. Team Sweden has just taken control of this game.
Yeah, this is a must drive for Denmark. They've got to get this ball, they've got to get down the field, and they've got to get points on the board. Doesn't matter if it's 3 or 7, they have to get points on the board, because the way Sweden's offense has come out in the second half, it's going to be hard pressed to stop them.
As has Sweden's defense, which is taken over with a couple turnovers, one off of the bad snap on the punt, and then an interception by Patterson. Has totally changed this game around. All right, 21-14, Team Sweden, 5:25 left in the 3rd quarter. And once again, we'll have Dare be kicking off, and deep once again will be Thomas Ashworth.
He's got the wind at the back, so I expect a long, deep kick.
All right. Last time was good, all the way in the end zone. It's a boomer. It does send him back to the end zone. It's 5 yards deep in the end zone. It's out of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Team Denmark's not able to get anything going on the returns. They're just going to have to start from the 20-yard line. All right, they're going to have to come up with something here because second half, nothing has really worked for them. Passing game has been a little bit rough for them, but Sweden has shut down the running game as well.
Yeah, Sweden made some very, very smart adjustments at halftime. They've made an adjustment to that 2 tight end ace set, and they're doing things a little differently than what they did in that first half.
All right, but Team Denmark doesn't change anything. They run that same play, and it works well. Picks up 8 yards. We got a flag, though. Generally back where holding is. Called by the referee who usually calls holding. Team Denmark looks very upset, so it's going to be on them.
Yeah, that the safety to that run side has got to be coming up a lot quicker. He's staying back a little bit more. If he comes up quicker,
holding.
Instead of that being
number
a 9-yard
50,
run
offense.
or 8-yard run,
so 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Yards.
All right, that penalty makes an 18-yard switch from +8 to -10 and brings Team Denmark all the way back to their 10-yard line. 1st and 20, and they're not a long yardage team, so this is going to make things extra difficult for them. They split the receivers now, 1 on each side with 2 tight ends. See if they can squirt one of the tight ends out, maybe. Quarterback drops straight back. Yeah, a nice timing pattern, but it falls flat there. Wasn't able to get it, unfortunately.
I actually think 24 got his hand in there.
Okay. Nice play by 24. That's Patterson. Not surprising. Possibly the best player on the field. They are going against the wind, so takes a little bit of zip off of the passes. 2nd and 20 now. Now they've opened it up. Now we've got 3 wide receivers out wide. As a draw play, but it is sniffed out by big number 99. And there's a 2-yard loss. Number 99 for Sweden. Who is that big fella? That is Nogor Jamidi.
That was a big tackle. That really was, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he's got room to run.
Okay, puts him in a huge hole here now. 3rd and 22. And Team Denmark is going to go for it. He lets it rip. It's a nice pass. But he throws it in double coverage, and Patterson almost got his 2nd pick.
Oh, he was lucky there. He was lucky there.
Okay, so Team Denmark just not able to get anything going. It's put itself in a big hole. They're going to be punting from their end zone. Patterson will probably be out around midfield. Actually, it's not Patterson. They're going to give him a break now. They've brought in Nicholas Pettersson to return. He's going to stand on his own 45-yard line. You're kicking against the wind. This is not good for Team Denmark right now. He needs a boomer here.
And the center's got to be thinking about his first snap.
He's coming off a bad snap. This one, though, is perfect. Kick is a little bit off to the side. Does take a Danish bounce, and it rolls out about the 37, 38-yard line. 38-yard line. So Team Sweden has excellent field position. All the momentum going with them. Wind at their back. If they score here, a 2-touchdown deficit is going to be real tough for Team Denmark. All right, right back at it. There's not been one huddle in this game yet. So Juhlin's directing traffic. Now he's got split backs behind him. Now they're going to offset it. 2 wide receivers on one side. They've gone almost fully with this formation second half. We got a deep pass, and it's overthrown. Oh, whoa. So we got a penalty here. That's generally going to be against the defender, who might have been doing a little bit more than a hip checking. But that pass did sail. Don't know if it's catchable, but nonetheless, the flag is on the field.
Pass interference.
That ball 15 yards up.
Defense, number 21. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Pass interference adds to Denmark's misery at the moment.
Good play action here. Sets back, goes deep. Ball's in the air.
Hard to tell from that angle, but I know Denmark was upset about that. All right, back to live action here. Got the fullback as the up back. He shuffles over. Running back follows behind him. Nice gain. Gets about 2 or 3 yards there on first down.
Yeah, they're running that power now, and they're doing it very well. That backside guard's pulling, kicking out, and that fullback is getting to the linebacker.
Actually went to the side so much. Actually, it was only maybe a yard, so it'd be 2nd and 9. All right, Denmark switched now to a 5-5-2, keeping the other backer in to match the fullback. So we got 8 on 8 in the box here. Might have been a misread here, but there's a crossing pattern by big number 87. He gets the catch and a possible targeting penalty. I'm not sure what else it could have been there, but nonetheless, a little bit of a drag play. Brings it down to the 7-yard line, and let's see if they're going to attack a targeting penalty on top of that.
Well, I tell you, something I really, really, really like in this tournament with these 8 officials, they are getting together and they're making sure that all their calls are right. I mean, they're conferencing, they're talking, they're making sure who saw what, who didn't see something, so that when they make the call, you are 90% sure that it's correct. Of course, there's always that 10%, but.
Well, Team Sweden is pointing fingers at Team Denmark, so it might be that added on hit against a defenseless player. Let's see. If so, it's going to take it half distance, so they'll go from about the 9 down to maybe the 4 or 5 yard line, which actually is a lot of yardage inside the red zone. Regardless, we'll start off with 1st and goal. The question is from where?
There is no foul on the play.
All right, so they got together.
1st down, Team Sweden.
About it, and they waved off the penalty. So, nonetheless, the reception stands on a beautiful pass on the crossing pattern to big number 87. And it's Michael Sander. And Sweden's going to go with their fullback set. Going to bring Sander in motion. And gives wide. Oh, he's brought down. Great play there. Great play by number 21. Dropping for a loss. 21, that's Phillipe Nielson. Called his name many times. Going to drop him for about a 5-yard loss. So it'll be 1st and goal now from the 12.
I think
3-yard loss.
I think Denmark has picked up on Sweden's offensive alignment, where that left guard will get a lot wider than what the right guard is, and that's the side that they're running to.
All right, let's see. The fullback shifts over, though, to the right side. Give is to the running back right behind him. He's going to pick up that lost yardage back to about the 9-yard line, maybe the 10-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 10. So they've ran the last 2 plays, but Sweden, as we know, is never afraid to throw the ball from anywhere.
But they've got that ball in the middle of the field. So if they don't get a 1st down here, they should be lined up where they want to be for that field goal.
Okay, and they kept the fullback in. Actually, we're looking at split backs. There's a running back on each side of the quarterback. He drops back. There's a timing pattern, but it's overthrown, unfortunately. And we got penalties. It looks like it might be against big number 99. He's not happy. For Denmark, if so, that's probably going to give Sweden a 1st down. Big number 99 for Team Denmark is Michael Kaiser. It is going to be on him.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, non-football related, number 99 of the defense. The penalty is half the distance to the goal line, so automatic first down, and it was number 99's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
They had him held to a field goal attempt, and now Sweden has new life.
You know, this is just frustration and fatigue setting in right now on Denmark. You know, I mentioned this earlier. They had, you know, they had to play on Tuesday and then come back, or played on
Sunday,
yeah, played on Sunday, and then they have to come back today. And this has to be frustration and fatigue.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, you just taught these guys 3 plays in a row, and now you got to try and do it again. That takes its toll mentally as well. But let's see if Denmark's up to the task. Uhlin once again directing traffic, puts number 20 behind him. Let's see if they shift the fullback, who is now number 22, Johnny Grandin. Using as he always does, surveys the defense. Now we got split backs. Bit of a fake. They tried a quick slant to the receiver, Dare, but he wasn't able to get him. Nice pass. It was good coverage. Would have been a great catch, but unfortunately wasn't able to hang on. So Denmark holds on first down. 2nd and goal now from the 5.
I tell you, the thing that happens down here, when you're on that 7-yard line, where you can pass really gets shortened.
That's what Denmark's looking for. They got everybody up. There's a give to number 20. Finds a bit of a hole. Can he get in? He's slammed down at about the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. So it was a nice 4-yard pickup there by Ernelund. They're going to call him down on the 2. The 3rd and goal from the 2 with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and Sweden already leading 21-14, looking to extend that. All right, Uhlin, as he does, surveys everything. He's got the play call.
He's going
under center. It's a quarterback nudge. He's a big dude. Does he get in? Denmark saying no. The referee's saying no. It's going to be 4th down from about less than a yard, maybe 50 centimeters.
I tell you, Mark, that play looks pretty easy. But given the fact that's the first time he's been under center, that's a gamble. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a shotgun quarterback playing shotgun all day long go under center, and then they fumble that snap.
It's too bad here. Our old friend here looks like he's re-injured his shoulder. Number 23 has played a magnificent game. That's Emil Larsson. He's out of the game. And number 13, Alexander Mathiasen, is in. All right, this is it. Huge play in this game. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line for Team Sweden. Oh, we got movement. Oh, we got a penalty. Looks like the fullback moved, and that's going to change everything. So we're going to go from less than the 1 down back to the 6, and it looks as if they're bringing in their field goal unit. All right, so it is false start. Pushing them back to the 6. Going to set up about a 23-yard field goal. Those things happen in such a tense situation. But this would be a 2-score lead, and the way the game's going right now, that's a powerful lead for Team Sweden. Let's see if they can get it. Dare is going to be on the kick, who has been perfect on all of his extra points. And this is basically an extra point.
That's a 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
All right. Here we go. Let's see if we get some points on the board here for Team Sweden. Uhlin is the holder. All right, here we go. Lots of things need to happen here well. Starting with the snap. It's good, holds good, kicks up, and it is good. All right, Team Sweden takes a 24-14 lead. And the way the Danish offense is going right now, that's a big one. So let's see if Denmark can get anything going. Bill?
Oh, that was a big kick. Without a doubt, that was a big kick. I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat because it wasn't from the middle. They were on the left hash, and I was watching the kicker getting lined up, and it actually looked like he was aiming towards that right goal post, and the ball looks like it just went inside that right goal post. So that was a pretty big kick, and it's going to help Sweden now.
I'll tell you what, though, Team Denmark on that last drive there, they had stopped Team Sweden on 6 straight plays. They went only from the 9-yard line to the 6-yard line in 6 plays. That's a little bit of a win for the defense there, holding them to that field goal. You never want to give up points, but a field goal many times will be taken happily by the coach. Okay, Dare is ready to kick off. He's hit some boomers. There's another boomer. Moves Ashworth back. He takes it right at the goal line. from the left side. He goes all the way to the right side and is not able to go anywhere. He ran more sideways than he did forward, unfortunately, and is tackled at the 9-yard line. What's the strategy there, Bill?
They had a right side kickoff return set up, and he was trying to get there.
But do you stick with that when you're so far over to the other side?
Well, the thing is, he had 3 guys coming at him, and to be very honest about it, that was just very, very good coverage by the Swedish team.
There you've heard it. They've done most everything right in the second half. The defense is on the field. All right, there's a wide give to the running back. Tane takes it. Nice gain on first down. He's going to get about 6 on that. Bring up 2nd and 4.
The one thing Denmark cannot do is panic, because they still have a lot of time in this game. They have a full quarter to go.
All right. Got a new quarterback in the game here. And unfortunately, he had a bit of felt pressure and had to give that ball up after Konate had a good gain on first down. All right, our new quarterback for Team Denmark is number 14. That is Kasper Skjam. And he's going to see if he can get something going for him. So we have 3rd and about 2. I guess that first down run by Konate was 8 yards, so 3rd and 2. They desperately need to keep this drive going. There's a give to Konate, who follows his pulling guard, and he gets the first down. Woo, what a relief for Team Denmark. Give their defense a rest, keep the offense going.
That's very key, getting their defense a rest, because their defense was on the field pretty much the whole 3rd quarter.
All right, they're going to stick with Konate, who we've seen the whole second half, and at that play, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll flip the field. 24 Sweden, 14 Denmark. Denmark has the ball on their own 21-yard line. They're going to need to make up some points. One of them real hurry. This is a very decisive drive here. They definitely want to get points on this drive, kill some of that Swedish momentum, and give them a chance to get a hold and late in this quarter to get the ball one more time for the win.
I think which is a big added help to them is that they now have the wind at their back. Before in the 3rd quarter, they had the wind in their face. Now they have the wind at their back, which is going to make it easier to throw that football.
Excellent point. The wind is moving very good, and we've seen it have effects in this game on the passing and the kicking. So Team Denmark has something good going for them. All right, here we go. We're going to stick with Konate. Behind the new quarterback, Skjam. Still sticking with the 2 tight end set, split receivers. Skjam looks left, he's going deep. He's got his man deep. And I don't know if it was a drop or the man got his hand on it. But once again,
corner made a good play.
Corner made a good play. He caught up on that. And that's the 3rd time maybe that the Danish quarterbacks just have not got enough on it. 1 more yard, 1 yard deeper, and that's a reception.
Sweden's got to get set up.
All right, quickly Denmark comes back. All right, after a quick count, they look over the sidelines. Plays coming in. All right, quarterback's got his play. He's got 3 receivers now, 1 tight end. There's a draw play to the running back. There was something there early, but it shut down quickly. Nice play by 40 and 96, I believe. So, number 40 for Team Sweden is Phillipe Nielson. And big man in the middle there, 96, I think Gogi Vasic, if I see his number right. He had a really good game so far. All right. 3rd and 10 for Team Denmark. There's a fake. That tight end squirts out. He's able to hold on to it. Is it going to be enough? According to the spot, it is. That's the 2nd time they've used that play right at that same part of the field there, and it's worked wonders. Little delayed flat to the tight end.
And they caught Sweden in an outside backer blitz. Number 40 was on a blitz, which left this guy wide open.
Perfect play call. All right, the drive continues from the 31. So we got the up back behind the tight end on the left side. Quarterback looks. He takes off himself. He's a big fella. He gets around the backer and picks up 5, 6 yards, 7 yards.
Yeah,
All
their
right.
offense, Denmark's offense does change with number 14 in. He ran the ball a lot more than the previous quarterback when they were against Austria.
Okay. He's a big guy, about 100 kilos. Be tough to bring him down. There's a fake, and he's going to take off again. He shovels it out to number 81, who has first down and then some. All right, this guy's making some things happen. All right, big number 81 on the reception there. That's Phillipe Nielson. So nice play by number 14 to keep that play alive. And they're moving again all the way up to the 43-yard line with 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go.
Yeah, the offense, they got some rest in that third quarter with how much Sweden was on the field. And the change of quarterback, it's a whole different look right now.
All right, here we go. So, hand signals are given. Everybody knows what they're doing. He drops straight back, looks. He's going to go deep to the left side. And unfortunately, he overthrows the receiver. Bring up 2nd and 10. But we've seen him already go deep a couple times. First time they've done that all game.
Well, number 14 also did that against Austria when he got in. So, you know, he likes to run. He likes to throw that ball deep. He's got a good arm.
He must be their throwing quarterback because they knew this fourth quarter they got points to make up and quickly, so they're looking to pass a lot more. He seems to be the man for that. Okay. Team Denmark sets up. Once again, he drops back in the pocket, rolls to the right. He sets up, he throws. He's got a man down there, but he's double teamed, and he goes through 2 Swedish defenders' hands and falls incomplete. We got a flag on the field way on the other side away from the play. Let's see what's going on there. That would seem to be defensive pass interference, defensive holding, something like that. Wow, that was nowhere near the play. So Denmark's moving up, so as is the ball. So that's going to give them first down. They move into Swedish territory up to the 46-yard line. Moving the chains, 1st and 10.
And something they haven't run yet that they did run against Austria with this quarterback, and that is the option.
All right, let's see if we see it here. I've definitely mixed things up if they've gone almost exclusively to the passing game this drive. He drops straight back. He looks left. There's an out pattern. He gets it. He's got it. Let's see. All right, it's a reception, 7-yard reception. Down to the 40-yard line, 6-yard reception, be 2nd and 4. Just a nice little timing pattern on an out there. Always want to get good yardage on first down, and they just did. So 2nd and 4, they're switching out their receivers. Number 82 for Denmark just came in with fresh legs, Thomas Jakobsen. Ashworth to the right side. Benade still at running back. And drop him straight back. And there's a pass. Oh, he throws it right to the Swedish defender for interception. That is number 10 for Sweden. That is Tobias Asp, who killed that drive with a sliding catch. Something wasn't quite right there because he was the only one in that. Maybe the receiver went out when he should have went in. But the end result is an interception. 3rd turnover of the second half for Team Sweden. And Team Sweden at this point with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left, they got their points. They're probably looking to kill the clock. Although they do come out with the single back set. Let's see what they do. And he's offset in front of the quarterback. Got a flag on the field. It is delay of game. Unfortunately, even with a no huddle, they weren't able to get the play off. And they're going to start off being backed up 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. First down.
So they're on their own 25-yard line with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left in the final quarter. Team Denmark's looking for a quick stop here. Turnover would be nice. They need to get that ball back. They're sticking with their 5-man defensive line with a lone linebacker in the middle. Man-to-man outside with a safety over the top. Quarterback keeps it. And he uses his mass there to get about 5 yards. just powered through, broke some tackles there. 23 on the tackle. He's been in and out of the game with injuries. Playing hard, that's Larsson, Jimmy Larsson, and unfortunately he's down again. He's just giving everything he has. Once again, he's favoring that shoulder.
Yeah, that was a good safe play. You know, take that handoff, quarterback run into that CB gap.
Almost gave him 5 yards, so almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 for Team Sweden. Team Sweden's got number 5, Knutson in the backfield, along with the fullback there, Ernlund. And Julin is orchestrating everything.
Yeah, for Team Sweden, it's all about using up the clock, keeping the ball inbounds.
He's letting that play clock run almost all the way down. Down to 7 seconds. Snaps it at 5. Quick give to 5. And he's met after maybe a yard gain, 2-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 8. So far, so good for Team Denmark. They're forcing a long 3rd down play here, which is what they want. And let's see if they can get that ball back. Once again, Team Sweden in no hurry to get this play off. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. Julin is moving them around. Plays come in. All right, 7 seconds on the play clock. He's waiting patiently. Gonna snap it at 1 second. And he's gonna give to number 5, who gets outside, cuts back inside, but not enough. He's gonna be stopped short of the 1st down. It's gonna be 4th and 3. It's gonna be a punt by Team Sweden. Excellent defensive series by Team Denmark. They did what they wanted and lost maybe 2 minutes on the clock here. So they're gonna get the ball back with decent field position. Julin himself is the punter, gonna punt from about his 25-yard line.
You know, as a defensive coordinator, looking at what their offense just did, I don't know that I would anticipate them to be going to that 3 run so soon.
Oh, a bit of a wobbly snap and a penalty on top of that. Like somebody moved. Let's see which side of the line it was. He's pointing towards Team Sweden.
Start.
Going to back up 5 yards.
Number 10, kicking team. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Remember when I was talking about the offensive rhythm? See, this is what happens to an offense when you start worrying about that clock. Instead of Julin getting that offense, getting them going, keeping that rhythm going, now he's waiting, you're going down, it's a run play, it's totally different.
All right, now he's waiting for the snap. It's a good snap. He gets kickoff. It's a short kick, hangs up, fair catch at the 43-yard line. So decent field position for Team Denmark. 57 yards from where they want to be, 56. They're going to call it the 44. And they're coming back out with Kasper Skyam, who's been more of a passing quarterback. His last drive started off really, really well until a poor throw at the end killed it. But he's got 2 receivers off, tight ends out. He's looking deep. He's going deep. He's got a man deep. He has 2 men deep. And it looks like, unfortunately, one of his receivers kind of knocked the ball away from the other receiver. Let's see here on the replay. Yeah, right down the middle.
Somebody ran a wrong route there.
Oh my gosh. That might have been a reception by the second receiver, but unfortunately, somebody did. We had 2 posts in the same area, which you never want to do.
No, somebody should have been going at about 15 and the other on the backside post.
Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10. And 14 looks around. He's got some room, tells him to go down. Oh, great play. Great play by number 82. Picked that out of the air. That's Mads Hedegaard. Picks up about 20 yards all the way down to the Swedish 37-yard line. 6 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock.
A lot of time in this game.
All right, 14 is definitely bringing some action to the field. He's looking around, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. Not they still at running back. Blitz by Sweden. He moves up, there's nobody there, and he just throws it out of bounds. And it's going to be, stops the clock. 5:57 left. He's 2nd and 10 for Team Denmark.
Yeah, one thing about 14, he's very aware of where he is in that pocket, because what he's doing is that, I mean, he's stepping up, he's moving around in the pocket, he's looking for the receivers, he's just not taking off, and on some of these situations, he could have taken off.
All right, last play, he did not do that. He stayed behind the line of scrimmage, threw the ball out of bounds, killed the clock. All right, once again, Team Denmark. Here's a scramble again. He's going to take off this time, though. Wow, he's going to get a lot of yards, too, about 15 yards on that play. Yep. It doesn't look like he's moving real good, but, man, he's actually covering some ground out there.
Yeah, to watch him run, you're not thinking he's running that 4.3, 4.40.
Yeah, nobody was gaining on him, though, but he's able to get out there.
He's very deceptive on how fast he is.
All right, all the way down to the 24-yard line. Skyham is bringing a lot of action to the offense here. 1st and 10. Split receivers, one on each side. With, looks like somebody's called a timeout. Is that so? Yes, Team Sweden has called a defensive timeout here. I'll make sure they get on the same page. Probably realizing somebody needs to spy that quarterback.
Exactly.
That's
exactly what I was
for the second half.
When you got a quarterback like this who can run, who can pass, you know, who's mobile in that pocket, you really have to have somebody spying him, meaning that where that quarterback goes, that's where that defensive player goes. Basically, you're man-to-man on the quarterback. And this will also, because they still have that option play in their playbook, because I saw him run it, and he ran it pretty well. So, you know, you've got to make sure that you account for him. And if you don't account for him, that's what's going to happen.
All right, so his legs have brought much needed relief to this offense. He's been able to keep plays alive and extend them with his running ability. But nonetheless, there is 5:35 left. 1st and 10 for Team Denmark on the left hash of Sweden's 24-yard line.
Yeah, they have to come out of this drive with points. It doesn't matter if it's 3 or 7. They have to have points.
All right, let's see. It'll be interesting. We haven't seen their kick because they've went for conversions on both of theirs. All right, so he goes back. The running back runs a wheel. He's going straight back. Now he scrambles out the right side, throws it just to get rid of it, kills the clock. 2nd down. Looks like they were setting up a wheel to the receiver. He took off, but it was covered, and there wasn't much left. He's just scrambling, and let's just get rid of it right there. All right. So still have life, 2nd and 10. They've got 2 receivers out to the right side, 2 tight ends, and not at running back. Sweden's got a safety quite deep. He looks back. He's looking. He's going to the side, but unfortunately there's nobody there. So he quickly throws it back to his tight end, but he isn't able to get it. And that's a problem when you have your 2 wide receivers on one side and then you scramble to the left side. There just wasn't anybody to throw to. So far so good. Team Sweden, first 2 plays, 2 incompletions, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 5:21 left in the game. All right. All that scrambling's taking its toll. Quarterback is taking some deep breaths. Exact same formation. Double wides on the right, double tight ends, single back, quarterback and shotgun. Quarterback drops back, looks left, goes right over the middle. Nobody there because the tight end was kind of ran into the Sweden player, but the refs didn't see anything wrong with that and let it play. All right, looks as if Team Denmark has brought out their field goal unit. As Bill just said, they've got to get some points. A score here will make this a 1-point game, a 1-score game. Number 80, Throwen, who does almost everything, is also their kicker. And it's not going to be easy. It's a 42-yarder, but he does have the wind at his back. He is on the left hash. And let's see. Sweden's keeping 3 back. Snap's good. Oh, it's low and off to the side. That's a no-go for Team Denmark, and Team Sweden holds. All right, Team Sweden defensive coaches are excited about that stop. And they get the ball back with 5 minutes and 13 seconds to go with a 10-point lead in the game on their own 24-yard line.
To be very honest, I'm a little surprised by that because one thing that has been outstanding in this game is the special teams play.
Yeah, that kick just never really got off the ground well.
No.
All right, let's see if they continue their running game, which they've done most of the second half. From the formation, it looks like it. 5 minutes left in the game. There's play action. You got the tight end drag, or the slot drag across the middle. We saw that play earlier in the game. And great play call. Picks up 12 yards off of something that Team Denmark was probably thinking was going to be a run play.
Yep, off of that play action, as much as they've run, especially that last series where they went run, 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 that play action really set that up, and this is something they can now use.
All right, all the way out to the 36-yard line. Clock's under 5 minutes, down to 4:50. And Team Denmark's taking their time with 15 seconds to go on the play clock. They'll probably run off about 10 more before he snaps it. All right, he's ready. Snaps there. Now it's a give to 25. And picks up about 2 yards on first down. Play clock's running. Team Denmark has at least 2 timeouts. And at some point, they're going to have to think about using them. Not quite yet, though. 2nd and 8. And play clock is at 17. They'll probably run off about 10 more. All right, Sweden's got the same formation with the fullback offset to the quarterback's right side, running back on his left side. Now he shifts in front of the running back. Fake to him, and they tried a little flat pass to that shifting fullback, but unfortunately it was a rough angle and wasn't able to get it. Okay, 3rd and 8. And the clock stops on that, which is good for Team Denmark at 3 minutes and 54 seconds. So a stop here forces a punt, gives Denmark another shot. What do you think, Bill? Are they just going to run it like they did last time, or are they going to try to get the first down?
No, they need to get a first down here. I mean, they're in a situation where they can just totally take control of this game, and they need to get the first down. So I expect this ball going up and some type of out past that 10-yard line.
All right, here we go. Snaps in, just like you said. They try a back shoulder, and he got it exactly as you called. And a flag on top. Question is, who pushed who? That was just beautiful pass, beautiful reception. Couldn't have asked for anything better on that side to his big receiver, Jakob Dare.
I tell you, to throw that ball the way they throw to that back shoulder, this is something quarterbacks and receivers really have to work on. I mean,
face mask. Number 7, defense. The 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
To injury, a 15-yard penalty on a face mask there is going to put Team Sweden all the way to the 28. As you were saying?
Yeah, this is something that quarterbacks and receivers really have to work on, because being able to turn and then catching it on that opposite shoulder, that takes practice. So these guys have definitely worked on that route.
Well, would it surprise you to know that those two guys are on the same team?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
The Carlston Crusaders. I think they've done that 100 times probably over the seasons together. So they've got that down, and it was very nice to see. Okay, Team Sweden with their fullback set have the ball down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And are going to stick with the run. A bit of a bad snap, but got it off. Didn't get much. Got maybe 2 yards. And a little bit of skirmish on the field there, but the refs break it up. The play is stopped. I think Team Denmark has called a timeout. Is that the case? Somebody did. Clock is stopping for some reason.
Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 20 seconds. 3:20 on the game clock.
All right, they're going to add 6 seconds to the game clock to 3:20. And getting water on the field. Is there a timeout? Nope. Refs telling them to get off the field because we're still playing. All right, so that's a 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 9 yards from the 27-yard line. Now the referee is saying that, okay, Team Denmark has called a timeout. They're first, I believe. A little bit of confusion. Is it or isn't it? Team Denmark saying they didn't call a timeout. Nobody's getting water or talking to their coaches or anything, so I guess it's just to stop the clock. We're going to stick with the same defensive formation. Sweden's quarterback's talking to his coaches.
Well, the refs did get some water on that.
Sure. It's just not your typical timeout, where both teams go and talk to their coaches. Team Denmark obviously just wanted to stop that clock.
Yeah, it definitely is an unusual timeout.
All right. They're in position already as they didn't even move. And the play is on. Here we go. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. In the final quarter, Sweden with a 10-point lead and the ball and all momentum. Uhlin looks over the defense. Snaps the ball. Oh, threw a really deep slant. But the safety was able to come over, make a great play. Number 21, he's been all over the field today. That is Magnus Beach. And he was able to break up that pass. So a bit risky there by Team Sweden because they just stopped the clock on themselves and made third down that much longer. 3rd and 9, 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Only 4 seconds on that play. Sweden, of course, can always kick a field goal here. That would force Team Denmark to score 2 touchdowns instead of a touchdown and field goal, which is where we are now. All right, give to 25 straight up the middle. Nothing doing, maybe 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th and 6 from the 25-yard line. And did Team Denmark call timeout? Yep, they did. Okay, so they stopped the clock with 3 minutes and 11 seconds. They know they have to score 2 times, so they want as much time on that clock as possible. And this is going to set up, if they go for a field goal, it would be a 42-yard field goal into a slighter wind than there was before from the hash. What do you think here, Bill? You gonna go for it or kick it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, for me, depending upon my kicker, I'd go for the field goal, but I don't think they're going to. I think that, they're going to run a pass route.
Well, their kicker, of course, is Dare, who's been pretty good today. Let's see what they do. Nope, they come out with their offense. Dare's going to stay out there as receiver. They're going to try and pick it up. They're going to have to pass if they're going to try and pick it up. They're not going to get 5 yards on the run.
Well, whatever they do, they need to keep it in the quarterback's hands, whether it's a pass, whether it's a rollout pass, whether it's a quarterback run. They need to keep it in his hands.
All right, let's see what they do. They got split backs here, which so far this game has been a passing formation. It is. There's that, same comeback.
And there's the flag.
And that was defensive holding on the cornerback.
I could see that from here.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. He's trying to state his case, but that was, couldn't really see on the replay, but he held him big time. Once again, they went to that back shoulder.
Case.
Yeah, got to do it at this point, but unfortunately he's going to lose that argument, and it's going to give Sweden a first down, probably around the 15-yard line or so. And with 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go, and Denmark only having 1 timeout, it's looking pretty dim for Team Denmark. They need something to happen here. They need to strip the ball. They need to come up with something here.
Yeah, both sides have made penalties on 4th down that have hurt them, and this could be a big-time hurt.
All right, so once again, Uhlin surveys the field. He's looking at 10 seconds on the play clock. Snaps it at 9, straight up the middle, nothing doing. It bounces off one guy and actually pushes forward for a few yards there. And Denmark's going to call their 3rd and final timeout.
One thing I've noticed on that play is there's running backs coming up. They're not reading
their 3rd and final team timeout for the second half.
Yeah, they're not reading cloudy or clear. I mean, they're just going in and then staying right behind those blockers, where if they were to read cloudy or clear, meaning cloudy, the hole's full, got to cut to something clear, that cutback is open.
Okay, yeah, after the initial bounce, he did find some find some yardage there. But at this point, with Team Denmark being out of timeouts and 2 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock, it's a race against time for the team in red. Team Sweden holding all the cards right now. 2 more runs should put this right under about a minute and a half, so we'll see if that's the way they decide to go, which seems to be their MO the second half. They kept that fullback in almost exclusively the second half and just moved the chains time and time again. Pass when they needed to. Now, if they come out with that play action to that slot on that drag, that would be incredible. Let's see what they do here. Quick hitch to the big receiver, Dare. Gets out of bounds after a gain of about 4. All right, it's a nice conservative call there. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. See if they come back to it again.
Well, they have to get a first down here. If not, a field goal would make it 27-14. And given the arm of the quarterback that's in, I mean, long pass, touchdown, onside kick, recover. I mean, it's still possible.
All right, let's see. They give it to number 25, and he gets the first down and more, and that's probably going to do it. They're down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5. Denmark cannot stop the clock. There's 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and it's running. And the mathematics say that that's going to do it. Sweden might need to just even take a knee on these plays here. Yep, they're going to do just that. They're all getting bunched up here. Uhlin will go underneath there. Let the play clock get down to about 2. He actually took the snap on his knee. I've never seen that before. That was great.
That's new to me, too. I've never seen that.
That was great. All right, let's get straight to point C. A to C. Don't need that B.
Yeah. And hats off to the Sweden coaching staff. I cannot
Fantastic adjustments.
Yeah, and, you know, this is class at the end of the game. I cannot tell you how many times I have been in a football game where a team has won, and then the coach decides, hey, I still want more points.
Well, you might have spoke too soon, because now they're back into their regular offense. Gives the run, but it goes nowhere. Either way, it's just killing the time. I'm not sure why the change from the knee to that, but it's their prerogative at this point.
Yeah, but it was a run up the middle.
It was a run up the middle. They're going to do it again, it looks like. So there's still 14 seconds on the clock.
You're right, I did speak too soon.
What were you saying there?
I did speak too soon.
All right, so they throw the fade to big number 84, Dare. And they didn't want to leave any doubt, obviously. It's a 3-score game now, so forget the long pass, forget the onside kick, forget the long pass. It's over. 6 more points for Team Sweden, puts it at 30-14, with the man who just scored the touchdown is looking to get the 7th point as well. That's Big Dara. With Julian holding the ball. Snaps down, kicks up. Not pretty, but not good either. A little bit off to the right side. Timing was a little bit off. Nonetheless, 30-14.
Well, I guess we both spoke too soon.
We're back to a 2-score game. So, it's possible. 8 plus 8 could happen. This is football. Everybody's seen one of these crazy endings. So let's see if we get one here. 37.3 seconds to go, though. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen really, really quick. So Sweden's going to want to kick this as deep as possible. Pin Denmark back as far as they can. 87, Thomas Ashworth is back deep as always. And Dari will be kicking off, it looks like, as he's done all day.
I tell you, if I'm kicking off, I want to squib it. I want to just put that ball squib and squib it down the middle and not give them a chance to make that kickoff return for a touchdown.
All right, see if they do just that. The ball is definitely lined up for a squib. Nope, he's going to kick it high, and once again, they let it bounce. Ashworth takes on the hop. Out to the right side, he's got room. Can he get outside? He does. He's down the sideline, 40, 45, 50, cuts back. His own 40. 37-yard line, excellent. With a penalty on top. Looks like it's going to be a late hit. Let's see if it's on Sweden or Denmark. It was right about the 50-yard line.
This game's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Now that long pass doesn't need to be so long. And if Denmark gets this penalty, they'll be around the 20-yard line. Let's see who gets it, though.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, grabbing the back of the helmet.
It is
number 20, kicking team. That 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run.
Okay,
First down.
Excitement at the end. The ball's going to go all the way down to the 21-yard line. Great return there by Ashworth. He found his seam up the sideline, and he's giving his team a chance. Okay, here we go. Big number 14, Kasper Skam, still at quarterback. Two receivers to his left side. Oh, the tight end is wide open. That's a touchdown.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful play call.
God, there it
Everybody forgot about the tight end.
There it is.
Oh, this is exciting. Team Denmark showing big heart.
And they've got...
And they go for two all the time.
And they got the swinging gate already set up.
All right, here we go.
He's run it twice. Will they do the option?
They throw it again. Another fade. He's wide open. But there's a penalty. It's going to be on Team Denmark.
Full start.
Full start.
On the offense. The offense was not set for 1 second. Fire penalty, still extra point.
All right, so they're going to bring in the regular offense on the field now. That's too bad because, wow, he had him for 2 points there. So we're going to go with the basic offense. 22.4 seconds to go, 30-20. This conversion will make it a one-score game. We'll definitely see an onside kick, and it doesn't get any more exciting than that. Let's see if they can make that happen here with a two-point conversion. Of course, all coaches have conversion plays ready. They are from the 8-yard line. Let's see what they call. He's right over the middle. Oh, that's going to be no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. They did not call it. He got absolutely destroyed, and it was not called. Oh, my gosh. Yep, sometimes the referees miss it even though there's 8 of them because they sent the tight end right over the middle of the seam and he got crushed. Only thing is the referees could say maybe that the ball wasn't in the air when he got hit, but it was a pretty quick pass, so that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sweden 30, Denmark 20, 22 seconds to go. We'll still see an onside kick, but now we're looking at miracle of miracles because they still need 2 scores.
Yes, they do.
All right, starting off with this onside kick, though. Let's see if they'll get it. Sweden will surely put their hands team, probably about 7 deep on the front line. Let's see who they come out with. It's generally small numbers. Here they are, a bunch of running back, linebacker types.
And the thing about all of that is, do not forget, they did have the 2-point conversion, but were called for not set for 1 second.
That's true. They did shoot themselves in the foot on that one.
I mean, how long is 1 second?
All right, Sweden's going to call a timeout. They had 10 people within 8 yards of the line there of the 45. So everybody knows an onside's coming. So Coach Team Sweden just wants to make sure they know what they're doing. All right. Took a while, but we got some major action here late in the game. It's not over yet. Anything can still happen. This is where the skill of your kicker comes in handy, because onside kicks are an art form. If a kicker is good at that, he can do some amazing things with that ball. Get a crazy hop, which is what Team Denmark, of course, is looking for.
Yeah, the idea in this kick is that you want to hit that ball high, and then that ball will then automatically hit the ground and then go high, sky high, so that everybody's going after the ball, but it has to be by that 10 yards.
All right, here we go. They're on one hash, but they got 6 guys on the other hash. There it is. Is it going to be enough? It doesn't make it the 10 yards. It goes 9 yards and dies. Plus a flag, which is generally going to be offsides in the offense if somebody went over the line first. A false start. Let's see what they... Either way, it's going to be Swedish ball, because the ball line went 9 yards. By rule, it must go 10, and a penalty on Denmark. So probably going to see a knee.
Offside.
Yep.
Kicking team number 70. That 5-yard penalty is added to the dead ball spot. First down, Sweden.
Okay, no time came off the clock because the play didn't technically start, because it didn't go 10 yards, so there's still 22.4 seconds. And really all Team Sweden needs to do is take a knee.
And before I say anything, let's see if he takes the knee.
Well, no one's out wide this time. They got 10 in a bunch with their own safety about 15 yards back. So there it is. You take the knee on his knee, and that's the ball game, folks. Team Sweden wins their opening game of this tournament, which puts them in the semifinals. 30-20, a nice change after being down 14-0 early in the game. They showed their resilience, came up with a great game plan in the second half, switched their offense, switched their defense, and get out of here with a W.
Yeah, the national team, the whole national program of Sweden is definitely on the rise. I mean, their juniors finished
very
fourth.
Talented.
Yep, and they finished 4th this year in Mexico City, having lost to the USA in the bronze medal game. So, you know, this is good to see, you know, the Scandinavian teams, Sweden, Finland, you know, doing what they're doing right now.
All right, both Sweden and Finland have advanced to the semifinals, which will be played on Thursday. And we're going to have some rewards here. Generally, best player from each side and a team, or excuse me, a whole game MVP for Denmark. Excellent. Glad to see that. That guy was a warrior. He got stung a couple times, came out of the game, but he kept coming back in. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, he's a very good
Larsson.
linebacker.
He's a tough guy. All right, let's see who's the team MVP for Sweden.
Sweden, game most valuable player, number 10, Tobias.
It's going to be the cornerback. He had an interception in this game. All right, Tobias Asp, team MVP for Sweden. It was a big part of shutting down that Danish offense. And I believe now is there a game MVP? Let's see here. Nope, that's it. All right, teams are going to shake hands. All right, so Denmark will have one more game for 6th place. And Team Sweden will get a day off tomorrow and come back strong on Thursday.
Now, Team Sweden goes into the same situation that Denmark was in, because Denmark, having played on Sunday,
that's true,
had to come back and play today. And from the first half to the second half, we definitely saw a different Denmark team.
And you have to remember, Sweden only has 36 players, so not a lot of depth there.
Exactly.
So just recapping some of the highlights here, you can see how Team Sweden really relied on their running game second half. And here's some stats. So they did throw quite a bit, pretty even, 142 yards passing, 109 yards rushing, 250 total. Not great, but the big thing is, the turnovers and the field position that they had, especially in the second half. 3 interceptions and the fatal snap on the punt here that turned that game around. That's something that doesn't even show here, that 7 points, but it was huge.
30 points, 251 offensive yards. I mean, that's a respectable game, and that's a good first game, especially for a team that is as young as Sweden is.
So they average about 3 yards a rush, which isn't world beating, but it was enough for today. And passing numbers less than 50%. So they're going to want to, and they're going to need to improve on those stats going in the semifinals, because those numbers are not going to get it done against these other 4 teams.
And something else that they're going to have to figure out a way to get done is getting to the quarterback, because they've had no sacks today.
That's true.
And number 14, when he came in for Denmark, I mean, he put energy back into them. In that fourth quarter, it got to be to where you didn't know what was actually going to happen until the end of the football game.
All right, now we see Team Denmark's stats. Passing game was very rough, tough percentage there, not a lot of yards. Rushing game, almost all of those rushing yards were from the first half. I think they had less than 10 yards in the second half. It wasn't even a factor in that game when they went basically to the passing game, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. Combine that total yardage with their number of turnovers, and unfortunately, the result was a loss.
Well, this is the one thing. You look at the total offensive yards, which is 189, but then you look at 118 yards in penalties.
So you're plus minus about 80 yards and 4 turnovers. That's a bit rough. So they're 14-0 start. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold up here. Here's some individual stats. As you can see, a big difference in the quarterbacks. Well, let's see. That name is different than the name that I was calling. Sorry about that. But that's the first quarterback. Was 4 out of 13. Uhlin, he did what he needed to do, and he made the completions when he needed to make them. Luke, that's a bit of a mystery. We did not see him at all in the second half. I looked at the sideline. He was walking around. Not sure why he didn't play. Maybe Konate was the better pass blocker since they basically passed in the second half. But he did give them a lot of excitement in the first half, especially in that first quarter. Larsson was amazing, as you can see, 12 and a half tackles. He was everywhere. The linebackers did a great job. As we said earlier, they held them to only 3 yards per rush. So, the defense did their job.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at, and it's where you're looking at Sweden's run game. It's not one guy going out and getting 120 or 130 yards. You only have to shut one guy down on their running game, but they spread that ball out. So, whoever has Sweden next, they're gonna. It doesn't matter who it's going to be. They're going to be playing a football team that's going to go out there. They're going to play you hard. They've got weapons. They'll be able to use those weapons. And if they get momentum, who knows who they can beat.
All right, so we're going to get a chance to see that on Thursday. Right now, we have about an hour break in our games. Next game, we're coming back with Great Britain and France. Great Britain coming off of a tough loss against Team Sweden. Team Finland, where they were just dominated, especially in the running game. And France, one of the favorites in this tournament, is just a big, powerful, well-coached team that does a lot of things well. So this will give us a good measurement how they stack up. We've seen what Team Finland did against Great Britain. Let's see what Team France will do. Now, a little bit about Team France. What do you expect to see tonight?
Let me tell you something. I expect to see a very, very strong running game, and I expect them to come out and do a lot of things because they have a lot of athletes. They're big on that offensive line. They've got experience. France is good.
Okay.